You brought a human here? You brought a human here?
All right. Looks like we are live. So, yeah. Hey, guys. How's it going? Welcome to Let's Chat Live episode 149. Wow, it's pretty close to 150, isn't it? Goodness me. So, yeah. Hope you've all had a great week and you're having a nice weekend. So, we're going live right now. So, let's see who's in the voice chat waiting for me. So, right now it's Ozzy, Blaze, and Shadow. Let's go and say hello to them, shall we? Hello, guys.
Oh, hello there. Yo, Luke, what's up?
Yo, what's up now is we're live right now up to 149. Come a long way.
149.
Come a long way. Goodness me. Yeah, I'm live right here. So yeah, how's it going?
Pretty well.
Well, that's
Doing
great.
pretty good.
Well, that's great.
Pretty well.
That's great to hear. And Ozzy, I don't even need to guess, but you've been really anticipating today's video earlier, weren't you?
Yep.
On Mario.
Yes, sirree. Yep.
Yeah. Today's been pretty good too because I went shopping as well. I got some pretty cool things and as well. And this week's been pretty good too, guys, because I'm back at the gym now. So yeah, it felt good to return, and I'll be going tomorrow. It's definitely an awesome gym, I must say, one that's near where I live, and it's very consistent too because it's only like a 10-minute, 15-minute walk from my home, and I must say as well, the lighting in it is also sick too. I must say, just amazing. Hi, Joseph, welcome. So it's definitely an improvement, I must say, to my previous one. You know, shorter distance, it's more consistent for me, and just it's awesome. I can't wait to go tomorrow, and hopefully for the rest of this week coming. So, and I know I've got some other cool things to talk about, such as, you know what, films I watched this week, and it's going to be pretty fun, of course, talking about them. You guys, my server will, of course, ought to be aware of this, but I'll talk about it to other people who are watching, of course. So, let me get up the movie channel for the server. You know, where I talk about what films I watched.
Patrick.
Yeah, welcome, Patrick.
Oh, hey, Patrick. Hello there. Mm-hmm.
Good evening.
So I'm joining in because I got something kind of specific I want to say, and I can't really stay for much longer than what I need to say that because I'm kind of busy at the moment.
Well, it's fine. Just say whatever you want to say. Yeah.
Well, I finally visited my dad again and saw our James Bond movie.
Oh yeah, which one?
Williams. The Octo one.
Oh,
not that one.
Oh God. Okay. Well, the only thing I can say, Patrick, is, you know, I of course hate that film, as you might be aware, but I hope you and your dad enjoyed it if you did.
It's actually the first James Bond movie I actually really like.
You really like it? Okay, well, good for you, Patrick. I'm very happy for you.
Because it's the first one where I was actually fully able to understand what was happening in the plot and had no issues following it.
Well, good for you. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I will admit I'm not a fan of the name, and my dad sure had fun teasing me with that when we were watching it.
Yeah, the name's terrible.
Yeah, what is that name? You know,
very bad one.
Too busy literally snoring while watching it because he had already seen all the Bond movies before. He just wanted to watch them with me. There were literally a moment where I could actually hear him legitimately snoring while we were watching it.
Well, that's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, the movie is boring. Of course, though, he denied it after I woke him up and was like, I wasn't snoring. You're just imagining it. But yeah, I actually rather enjoyed this one. It's not like it's a masterpiece by any means, but I actually legit had fun watching it. Although I'm still waiting to get to the Timothy Dalton movies.
Yeah, you've got a bit to go before then, haven't you, Patrick? So, well,
I think there's only like one or two more Roger Moore movies after this one before we get to the Timothy Dalton ones.
Yeah, his last film was a film, A View to a Kill. That's Roger Moore's last movie. I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's only like I think that's either the next movie or the one after the next movie, if I remember correctly.
I think
hang on.
the Oxford one was 1983, weren't it? If I remember correctly.
Yes,
or
that's 1983.
Yes. Oh, it is. Yeah, you've got one more left with Roger Moore, Patrick. It is A View to a Kill, his last movie as James Bond, and then it's Timothy Dalton's movies.
Yeah. It's
So-
mostly because I'm not the biggest fan of movies from the 60s and 70s. Not because they're bad, but they're just not my taste in movies.
I mean,
for
that's
the most
fine.
part.
I mean, that's
With some
fine.
exceptions, of course.
That's fine, yeah. I mean, I think A View to Kill It is decently good, so I hope you enjoy it too.
Yeah, I love the movie.
Yeah, I'm especially excited to get to the Pierce Brosnan movies.
They're great for the most part,
First one
apart
was
from
great.
the last one.
Yeah, I've heard that
Oh,
his run starts off great but ends terribly.
Oh yes,
Yes.
and
There's no denying that.
unbelievably so. Unbelievably terrible.
Yeah, you'll know it with me when you get around to watching it, Patrick, but I hope you enjoy it, bro.
Is it like one of those movies that's bad in a way that you can at least have fun laughing at how bad it is?
Somewhat,
Yeah,
somewhat. It's mainly
Okay.
it's mainly the dumb story and like the really bad CGI, and I must say as well the absolutely shocking ending. I must say too that makes it so awful.
Horrible.
Like
Is it that one movie where
like,
I've
yeah,
seen a clip from? Is it that one movie where I've seen a clip from where it's like James Bond surfing down a looking
that's
sea
the
wave?
one.
I think it
That's
is,
the
yeah,
one.
yes.
Oh yeah, I've seen that
that
clip
is so
before.
laughably awful.
I've seen that clip before on the Corridor Crew channel, but I didn't know what movie it was from.
Well, it's from that movie, unfortunately, and yeah, you can probably tell what we mean when we say it's got bad CGI, Patrick.
And
yeah,
also,
it's probably from that period where they hadn't quite gotten it down right yet.
and also the ending is so unbelievably stupid.
Yeah, that's why I say it's shocking. Shocking in a very bad way, I must say. Shockingly bad.
Yeah, but yeah, so far, the only James Bond movies I've seen so far that I actually really liked was, well, this one, and the only other one was, what was it called? The Man with the Golden Gun.
Oh yeah, I think that one's also
Oh,
decent too.
Mostly,
Decent.
mostly because of Christopher Lee.
Yes.
Well, I think he's the best part of the Man with Golden Gun, Christopher Lee. That's what I'll say. I think he's the best part of it.
Yeah, those are the only two I've really liked so far. There are still things I don't like about them. Like, I still don't like usually how they treat the women in the movies, but I do kind of like that one of the villains was a woman this time around because...
Yeah, nice change.
Yeah, it's a nice change up some equality, but I'm still looking forward to the later movies where like that changes a bit more, you know?
Well, I
Mhm.
hope you enjoy them when you get on to checking them out, Patrick.
Yeah, and I've also convinced my dad that after we've watched all the official James Bond movies, I also want to check out a movie that some people kind of consider to be an unofficial James Bond movie.
And this one, which is not official, Patrick, is it the one with Sean Connery or is it one from the 60s that you're talking about?
Oh no, it's not even called a James Bond movie.
Oh,
It's
okay.
kind of like a James Bond movie in a spiritual way.
And what film is that?
A Rock.
The Rock. Oh yeah, by
The
Michael
Rock,
Bay.
I
Yeah,
love that
that's.
one.
I mean, that's my favorite Michael Bay movie of all time. So I think you might like it,
Yeah.
Patrick.
Oh,
I have also
Great
noticed that
movie.
seemingly is considered to be like his best movie by most people.
Well, I'd say it's
It
his
is.
best movie. That's what I'd say.
yeah,
I've
it is.
also heard that it had I've also heard that it had a few small additional uncredited rewrites by Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, he did apparently. Yeah, from what I've heard, and I think you might enjoy it, Patrick. So yeah, hope you do.
Yeah, I've convinced my dad that we should check that one out once we've watched all the official movies.
Good idea. Think of it as like James Bond, Sean Connery's Bond as an old man on a new mission, really. Think of it as that, really.
Yeah, I got the idea because I came across like this video a while back that talked about how like they had this theory about how the movie is technically featuring the same James Bond as the Sean Connery version,
Yeah,
and made a pretty convincing theory, at least from what I could tell.
yeah, there's
that
truth
it's
in that.
the same version.
Yeah, there's truth in
Or
it,
it's
yeah.
not Of course, it's not official, of
Yeah.
course, but I would like to consider
Mm.
James
Well-
Bond movie.
Well, consider whatever you want, Patrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you.
Well, you could also see it like this. You could see The Rock as like the true version of Never Say Never Again.
Yeah, because Never Again, Patrick, I don't know if you watched it or not with your dad or not, but it's basically, the non-canon James Bond film which Sean Connery came back for, and in my opinion, it's terrible.
We're not watching that one because we're sticking to the official movies.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah,
means
because
we
Never
also
Say Never Again
didn't
was
check
also
out-
horrible.
Yeah,
Which also means we didn't check out that weird as hell 60s Casino Royale
yeah.
film.
Please
Oh,
don't,
God, I hate that
please,
movie.
please don't. It's terrible.
And also, Patrick, that one is the second worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
So what's the number one?
I think you know.
If you,
No, I don't.
it's Friday
Okay,
13th.
Friday
Jason
13th,
Jason Takes Manhattan. It's called.
Oh yeah, I'm
That
not
one.
a Friday 13th fan, so I
Yeah,
wouldn't
there you
know.
go then.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not worth
Yeah,
watching, Patrick. So
amazing.
anyway, so yeah, please don't see it. Just stick to the films you're watching with your dad. The actual canon ones.
Yeah, but I'm definitely interested in checking out The Rock because I've heard a lot of good things about that one.
Oh, it is. It is a great
But
movie.
no,
So I
but
think
no,
you'll probably
but no,
really
what you
like
heard
it.
is-
I mean, for example, it's got like a lot of actors in there I'm familiar with: Sean Connery, Nicolas Cage, Tony
Tony
Todd,
Todd,
Ed Harris,
right? Yeah.
David Morse, the guy who played Tuco in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of if there's more that I recognize. I'm not sure.
I
I
mean,
think those are like the only ones I recognize.
you'll probably see a lot more when you see the whole thing. Like cameo roles or like bit parts. If you get what I mean.
Michael Bean. Michael Bean's in there too.
Yeah, so you might probably see lots of familiar faces. As well as those who you already aware of, Patrick. You might be surprised.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's mostly what I wanted to come in and say.
No worries.
Because I'm pretty
All right.
busy, and I've also got some dinner in my oven right now. So
Oh well, hope you enjoy it.
I'm making crap. I'm actually not sure what it's called in English. Give me a second. I'm gonna use Google Translate.
All right.
Oh yeah, and Jane Caviezel was in The Rock. as well.
Flisk. Okay, just say in Danish. Give me a second.
Take your time.
Big Flisk. It's called roasted pork in English.
Very nice. Well, I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, but I'm making it like I've covered it in breadcrumbs and eggs, so I don't know what that's called in English.
Well, I guess you could say it's battered pork. So yeah, hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Awesome. Well,
Plus,
I
it's
hope you
easy
enjoy
to
it.
make.
Yeah, it's definitely good to make something that's easy to do, really.
Yeah, especially when you're a busy dude and you want to spend most of your time working on stuff.
Absolutely.
Oh, by the way, Luke, have you recorded your reaction to my Vader video yet?
No.
Okay, but I'm looking forward to when you do.
Well, that'll be in the future, Patrick, because right now I've got all the things planned on my schedule. So hopefully one day I'll see if I got a free day to film it.
Yeah, it doesn't really surprise me. Most of us seem to be busy with stuff at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, look at me. I work a full-time job 5 days a week, so yeah, I'm pretty busy with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I'm free, hopefully one day I'll get around to filming my reaction to it, and it'll hopefully go out soon for you.
Yeah, it's ironic because it's like out of all the Vader videos, it is the shortest one, but it's the one that had the most people working on it.
Yeah, that's really ironic, isn't it? Yeah, you have a massive crew working on it, but it's the shortest runtime out of ones you've done so far. Wow.
Yeah, because it's like a comic issue, so you really have no idea how long of a dub it's going to end up making. Because
Yeah.
I think it had almost the same amount of pages as the other issues, but because of how the story was told, it just ended up making for a shorter video than the others.
Yeah.
So you never really know how long the videos are going to end up being,
Yeah, you never
based
know.
on how
Really.
long the issue is.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when I'm editing my, like projects that I do, with voice acting, it usually shocks me how they have so much effort put in, recordings and sound effects added and music, but it's only for like a short video. Like, all the editing for a short video, goodness me.
Yeah, you never really know for sure how long they're going to end up being. If they're going to end up being like super long or if they're going to end up being super short. But hey, it's better to make a super short video with good directing rather than stretch it out.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, that's what happened to the Hobbit movies. Isn't that like the case, if I remember correctly, what people criticize those for? Like
Well,
taking a short story and stretching it out?
apparently so, but I don't have a problem with it.
I mean, I'll take the Hobbit movies over Rings of Power any day.
Because they're actual cinema that respects the law of Tolkien.
Yeah, I've heard that series is kind of bad.
It's honestly the worst show I've ever seen.
And thankfully, I refuse to watch Rings of Power. I've only relied on reviews for it, and I think it's absolute trash. And there's no way I'm going to torture myself with watching it. Got better things to watch.
So to be fair, I did see Corridor Crew take a look at one of the scenes in terms of special effects, and it at least seems like the effects are good, though it does seem like it's kind of wasted on a bad story.
Yeah, I think you could say it's out of place, really.
It's a shame too, because it's kind of like the same case with the Michael Bay Transformers movies.
Absolutely.
I do really like the story in those, but like the special effects are goddamn mind-blowing.
Yeah, they are, especially for the first 3 films, really, and I guess somewhat for the other ones, but unfortunately, of course, the direction just didn't really go well, did it?
Nope.
Yeah, great special effects wasted on a bad script.
Yep, unfortunately.
But yeah, I gotta go now because my pork is almost done in the oven. So
No worries. Well, I hope you enjoy it.
It was great talking to you guys.
It's been a pleasure, Patrick. Short but sweet. So yeah, you take care. Enjoy your food.
Yeah, and you guys have a great time talking to each other.
We will.
Yeah, of course, always.
Right. See you soon, Patrick. Thanks for being here.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Bye.
Right. So what did I watch this week then? So let me just go back to Sunday. So on Sunday, guys, I was able to watch a disaster movie, and I watched this as part of paying my respect to people like Bill Paxton and Philip Seymour Hoffman, and that film was Twister. And
I'm really glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I loved it. It was amazing. Definitely one of the best disaster movies I've seen ever. In my opinion, as well, better than the recent disaster ones by Roland Emmerich, I must say.
Far better.
Way better. And this from 1996, guys, and it's better than his disaster movie he's doing recently. Like, goodness me. And then the day after that, on the 27th, of course, which I think was Monday, weren't it? I rewatched my favorite Christmas movie of all time, Home Alone 2. And yeah, I love it to this day. I always will. And as far as I'm concerned, it's the end of Home Alone.
Nothing comes out of it at all.
Yeah, nothing. I like to pretend nothing comes out of it, but sadly, of course, this coming week, guys, I'll be rewatching the dreaded third one. Oh, God.
Oh, no. Then know that one even existed. Wow.
It's probably best that you pretend it doesn't exist, Shadow. And because this third film, to me, doesn't feel like Home Alone film, because the main character barely even is alone in his own home at all in the film, because his family are there for most of it. And what's also dumb, Shadow, as well, is unlike the first 2 films, it's not a Christmas movie. It takes place in January for some reason, which is dumb. Yeah,
so much for a Home Alone film.
It's just Home Alone in the title. It means nothing. And then the day after that, guys, as part of my support for Jamie Foxx, I watched a film called The Burial, which dropped on Amazon Prime, and I thought it was really good. I enjoyed The Burial, and I watched it in support of Jamie Foxx because he's been ill this year, so I wanted to, show support for him. And hope he's doing well nowadays. Then after that, the day after, I think it was, I then watched a film which was produced by Adam Sandler called You are so not invited to my bar mitzvah. And I thought it was great. I really enjoyed that film, and I checked it out because Adam Sandler is a filmmaker who I still trust in today's mad world. So I watched that film and I thought it was great, and I must say that his children are very good actresses. I must say, because they're in the film, his children. The only nitpick I'd have with his film is that unfortunately, guys, they mention cancel culture. Sadly,
Oh god.
that's the only nitpick I had with it, which made me pretty angry.
So it's another Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Hmm.
for thing again. Wow.
Other than that, though, I gave it a solid 9 out of 10. And then after that, guys, after I saw that, I checked out. What was it now? Let me check. I watched the second film of Hellraiser, which is called Hellbound, the first name of it, and I thought it was good. Hellraiser 2.
Yeah. I like it as well.
But it does not top the first film, more as far as I'm concerned.
Oh no, it doesn't.
Yeah, the first one by far is the best one so far for me. And tomorrow, if you have time, I'll be checking out the third movie.
Last good one.
Last good one. Oh, I'll bear that in mind, of course, because I'll be checking out what came after it, and who knows how long I'll last.
Because I hated Bloodlines.
The fourth, is that a fourth one?
Yep. It's literally the Xenobites in space, basically.
In space. Oh God, it sounds like Jason X all over again.
You know what? Just call it Pin Wars, and you change nothing.
Pin Wars. Good one. Yeah, it sounds like Jason X all over again. You know, where he comes to sci-fi film for some reason, and it's bad apparently.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'll gladly watch Bloodlines over that.
I mean, Jason X was garbage anyway, weren't it? When I look back at it.
Yeah, but like that movie is just weird.
Yeah, it is. Event Horizon.
Especially at certain scenes, which I'm not going to say because it is inappropriate.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll see it for myself. Yeah, Event Horizon is the better Hellraiser than Hellraiser 4, is it? Well, I'll be sure to check out that film one day.
I agree with that, Declan. I mean, Horizon is a great masterpiece in my opinion.
Well, I'll be sure to check it out one day then, because you've given me hope that I'll enjoy it myself.
And that is also definitely an example of a movie where I have zero bad qualities.
Zero, cool. And then that's it for movies, guys. But in terms of course, TV shows, I watched the 4th episode of Invincible, and so far I'm really loving this second season, and I can't wait for the next block of the second season. Really can't wait now.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I can wait for, of course, but it's just patience, which can be a pain for me sometimes. And then after that, guys, in terms of playing games, I managed to platinum the Legend Jargon movie game, and yeah, if you want to hear my thoughts on it, what I'll say is that I think it was easy to platinum, but in a disappointing way, I must say, because I feel it was easy due to the fact that the level, it's just open world really, and that's it.
Yeah,
that I think was disappointing, but the positives I can say is that I loved the combat style and the agility, how it focused on that, because I mean it's ninjas, guys. What else do I need to say? And I did also love how they included characters in the game who were not in the movie but from the show, which I definitely really appreciated. So I like how they paid attention to the original series, which I thought was great. And the graphics think are also great too as well, I must say, especially for the uncrossable jungle. I love that area. We know pagodas. I love that area. And then, guys, I started Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2, my replay, because I've already played it on Xbox One, now doing it on PS4. And yeah, so I mean, I think Lego Marvel 2 is overall okay, really. It's no.
Nope. I don't know.
But if guys was what my favorite part of the game is, it's most definitely PSF and always has Cam the Conqueror.
Same.
And I think he was the best part of the game in terms of the voice acting, really, because I think for the most part, the voice acting for the game sucks.
It does.
Which is very unfortunate. Like, surely they could have picked, much more talented voice actors after that strike happened, which prevented the cast from the first game coming back. Surely they could have cast better actors than the ones in this. Like, goodness me. I mean,
I don't really know which voice maybe cringe more.
I mean, what I'm wondering is, if this strike happened, and which was also him getting non-union actors from the UK in the game, how could we get Greg Miller in the game as Howard the Duck when he's not British, he's American, isn't he, Greg Miller? Doesn't make any sense. But thankfully, in terms of, games, at least with Lego D Supervillains a year later, they definitely really improved the voice cast, didn't they, of course? Really improved it.
Oh, yeah. By far.
I mean, the game said it was the best cast.
So can I. A lot of legends.
I mean, in my opinion, guys, it's the Lego cast ever for a game ever, and it's one of many reasons why it's my favorite of all time. Just love that game.
And I especially love that I got Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing about the game. Sadly, of course, it was Kevin's only time as Lego Batman. Sadly, which breaks my heart. And of course, speaking of Kevin Conroy, it was his birthday a couple of days ago too. Sadly, he would have been 68. Oh God, lost him way too soon. And so I'm currently playing. Hopefully, history will repeat itself where I can complete the game, of course, and visit it, of course. Because back when I played Xbox One, I didn't even care about the mini kits. I just got the characters, really, and big mistake that was. But now, of course, I'm hoping to complete the whole thing. And then after that, of course, in terms of PS3 games, I managed to complete Infamous 2. And I will definitely say, guys, very confidently that it is one of the greatest games I've ever had the fortune of playing in my life, ever. Like, I think it's the best PS3 game I've ever played, and one of the best sequels ever. And definitely my favorite game by Sucker Punch of all time as well. And if you guys want, if you guys want to play it, I can't recommend it enough. Because I think it takes what made the first game so great and just makes it millions and millions of times better. Better graphics, better gameplay, just everything. A masterpiece right there. Full-on masterpiece. Like, wow. And then, guys, I did try to play Metal Gear, but I just, found it hard, and I didn't really have the patience for it, to be honest. Really. So yeah, I think it goes to show, guys, that I suck at stealth games.
Yeah, honestly, I will not deny. It actually took me a while to get it right.
I mean, I tried them, guys. I tried the very first two of them. Those like arcade style ones. I was like, what the hell is this? I can't do this. But then I tried the ones on my HD collection. I was like, no, I can't do it. It's not telling me where I need to go. Like, there's no like objective, guys, for where I need to go, which is very annoying. I mean, Metal Gear 4 was better due to and more action, which 4 was nice. But the bosses, especially that one who's called the Laughing Octopus, really annoyed me. I couldn't defeat her. I was like, oh, sat this. I can't do this. So instead, guys, I started my replay of the game based on Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. And I will say that, in my opinion, that game is far better than the film. In my opinion, far better for tons of reasons, and I think it holds up to this day as well. So yeah, I will admit, guys, I suck at Metal Gear, unfortunately, which will break my heart to say. So yeah, I'm not going to deny it, guys. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I suck at it. I mean, to Hideo Kojima for revolutionising the stealth genre, of course. I think Metal Gear helped, of course, kick off that genre of games, didn't it? So props to him for that, but I can't do it. I think when it comes to games, guys, I'm best suited for action games, to be honest. Those games, Lego games, all that, really. Other than that, no, I can't do this. So, yeah, that's just, really unfortunate. But that being said, though, it is now, of course, half an hour into a stream. So, might shoot all you guys what I've got this week. So that,
Sure, go ahead.
yeah. Oh, Ozzy's on mute, is he? Swords Blaze, huh? Obviously, he's got to go somewhere or something.
Yeah, he said something about that. He's gonna go on a call about the college thing.
Oh, okay. Shadow, you watched a few things this week, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't able to see a lot because sadly this week I've been sick.
Been sick. How that really sucks. But I see that you have a chance to rewatch The Grinch, but with Jim Carrey, which was, I guess,
Yeah.
a nice treat for you.
Oh yes, it was, and I rewatched the Ninjago movie.
The last good Lego movie. The last good one. Before, of course, the Lego Movie 2. Ugh.
Let's see here, what else did I see? Oh yeah, and I finally watched the Panda Wars special from South Park.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I should definitely try and check it out one day if I can. But
it was just so funny.
Yeah.
And the jokes of me and Kathleen Kennedy were the best part.
And I will definitely say the creators of South Park have my respect for that episode. Because, yeah, they definitely highlighted my issues I have with Disney these days. So, yeah, respect them for that. And in terms of my next TV show I want to watch for, guys, I'm planning to watch that new show that came onto Paramount Plus called Spec Ops Lioness, I think it's called, and it stars Zoe Saldana, Morgan Freeman, and Nicole Kidman. Want to watch it mainly in support of Zoe and Morgan, to be honest.
Oh yeah, and then yesterday I was in me rewatched Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and yeah, it's overrated.
I mean, I hate that film, so I can see why you say that. I've always hated that movie, but I do have a love Tim Burton's film though.
Yeah, I mean, because the original, the only thing I like is Gene Wilder.
It's literally the best part, but in my opinion, though, Johnny Depp is the goat for playing Willy Wonka. Yeah, Tim Burton's adaptation is my favourite.
And according to Ozzy, they got a lot of things right in that one compared to the original.
Exactly. I love Tim Burton's film. To me, it's more faithful than the Willy Wonka one. I mean, the title of the 1991 movie is not even called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, is it? Which is a dumb move.
Yeah, I think I only remember seeing some of that when I was in school, but that was really it. I can't remember where I stopped, but it's been a really long time. Though I do remember in that version, I told Ozzy and Shadow yesterday that I did find Veruca a lot more annoying in that. Yes, I know she isn't meant to be a likable character, but that version for some reason pushed it to 1,000.
Yeah, you're talking about the 1971 version, right?
Yes, the 1971
yeah,
version.
I couldn't stand her.
Hello to you too, lucky nerd. Nice of you to join us.
Yep.
And another thing I would like to add with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory from Tim Burton, that movie is my childhood.
Exactly. You can see why I love it.
Yeah, same. I remember seeing that film. I think that was probably one of the first live-action films I saw in cinema as a kid.
Nice
when I first came to the UK.
Wish I could have seen it at cinema.
And also, before we rewatched the movie, it has literally felt like ages since I last saw Tim Burton's remake.
Yeah.
And it was probably the first live action film which I never fell asleep in, because I remember as a kid whenever we used to go to the cinema and stuff, I used to get really tired, like whenever we'd go there, and you get that feeling.
Honestly,
Don's here. Welcome, Don.
Yeah.
Nice to have you here. But yeah, I do love Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the 2005 film, absolutely. And another thing I also about it is Danny Elfman's music.
Oh yeah, that never gets old.
I don't know why, but his intro music for the film reminds me of Batman's theme a little bit. You know what I mean? The way it goes, pretty intense, really.
Need to rewatch the extended version at some point.
And of course, another one of my favorite things about the film is also Christopher Lee as well.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah. And if you guys have not seen the film, then you'll probably be aware of it due to the memes around him holding a lollipop. Because that line's a popular meme, isn't it?
And also another thing that Ozzy told us is that it has 2 Easter eggs from Batman. That being Smile X and Wonka's Strike.
Yes. Yes. It's really cool how Tim Burton threw in those references to his older films in there.
Yeah.
I'll even openly admit as well, even that ride that I went on in Alton Towers years back, even that was more faithful than the 1971 version, and that's saying something.
Yeah, and that's a ride at a theme park, isn't it? So yeah. But yeah, I'll just say, guys, I personally hate Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So yeah, I can definitely see what you guys mean when you say about it being overrated and a ride being better than it. So yeah, I'm just gonna say, guys, I hate Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And if you guys also want another person hates it, Alexander also doesn't like it either. I'm sure he'd say the same thing if he was here with us.
I mean, literally, the only scene I like in the movie is the pure imagination is all.
That's it.
Yeah,
for me, really.
Else. Like,
You brought a human here? You brought a...
What was that, then? That was weird.
And even Roald Dahl hated Willy Wonka, the 1971 film.
Yeah, there's no denying that because he actually used to, you know, apparently the film came on in a hotel room he was in, and he instantly wanted it to be turned off because of how much he hated it. And you know what? I don't blame him in the slightest. Yeah, I don't blame Roald Dahl at all for that.
I do remember back when that was playing in my school. Me and my friend were just talking.
Yeah, it's not worth your time, to be honest. So because it's been half an hour, guys, I might show you guys what I got. So yeah, if Ozzy comes back later, I'll probably show it again what I got. But yeah, in terms of unboxings, if you guys saw what I unboxed today, I unboxed a very special person today, figure of a special person, and that of course is Stan Lee. Yeah, there he is, guys. Stan himself. Stan the man. Yeah, I love this figure, Stan Lee.
Sneak peek of the next unboxing.
Well, this is going to be posted on Stan's birthday, though, guys. You know, in December 2025. So yeah.
The Stan Lee figure I have, he's holding Cap America's shield for mine.
I mean, this one can't even hold anything because he's doing like a Spider-Man web shooting pose with his hands, really. Both of them. I mean, it makes sense because he created Spider-Man. And then, guys, today I got some games, PS3 games, actually. A couple of them, I think it was, yeah. Let me just get them for you. Yeah, here we are. So, now one of them is a fighting video game in a fighting franchise. And it's actually the 4th installment to this fighting franchise. So do you guess what franchise it's from?
Is it Street Fighter?
Yeah, it is. It's Street Fighter 4 on PS3. Then after that, I got a superhero game for a game which has my first superhero in, and I think this game is underrated, I must say. And it's based on a superhero film that I got a steelbook for as well recently too. Then the film's underrated, so I don't know. Guess what film it is? The game is based on. Yeah, it's Spider-Man, but which Spider-Man and game is it? It's based on one of the films as well. And I think the film it's based on is underrated too as well. In fact, I think it's the most underrated Spider-Man movie of all time.
The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, Tarzan 1's game. Definitely better than Tarzan 2's game. Tarzan 2's game is terrible. Then after that, guys, I got some films today. Well, yeah, I think it's 5 boxes of them. So now, first of which is for 2 movies by which is the 2 films by Illumination, and I've actually covered the second film of this franchise in Movie That Deserves a Sequel as well. So that can probably tell you what 2 films it is for by Illumination. So, can you guess what Illumination film I upgraded to Blu-ray? It's an upgrade too as well. I mean, Don might know what I'm talking about.
Is it Sing?
Yeah, it is. It's Sing. The 2 films of Sing upgraded to Blu-ray. Out of 2 films, though, I love Sing 2 more, though, to be honest.
There's people from there. Still have them.
Please do, but they're great films. Then after that, guys, I also picked up as well a zombie film. And this is also one of my favourite zombie films of all time. And the clue that I'll say, of course, is that this film has definitely put me off getting a train in South Korea. Because of zombies.
Train to Busan?
Yep, Train to Busan. So yeah, I absolutely love this film. It's an absolute masterpiece, in my opinion. And tomorrow, guys, I'll be covering a video on why this film did not need a sequel as well, because I think it was perfect on its own. So yeah, please watch this film with chance, guys. It's a masterpiece. And then, guys, I got a 2 film collection for a horror franchise. And I've already covered why I think the second film deserves its upcoming sequel. And if you guys are wondering what I think of these films, let's just say that in my opinion, this is definitely purely intentional. These films are terrifying.
Oh, terrifying.
Terrifying, the 2 films. And yeah, there's the first one and my Fire 2. And as I've already said, guys, give me Terrifying now, please.
Sorry, I went muted, but I'm back.
Oh, you're back, Ozzy? Well, shall I show you what I got so far?
The only thing I heard right now was just the Terrifying movies. I haven't.
Yeah, I got that. But at the start, I showed that unboxing figure of Stanley. Of course, as you saw earlier. Yeah, rest in peace to him. And before that, I also as well got Blu-ray for Train to Busan as well. And Blu-rays for the Sing films by Illumination. Then as well, I got 2 PS3 games, Ozzy. Do you want to guess what they are? One of them is actually a 4th installment in a fighting franchise on PS3.
Is it Tekken?
No, it's not Tekken. I think Tekken 4 is not even on PS3, sadly.
Soul Calibur?
No.
Who did the fighting franchise?
Capcom.
Street Fighters.
Yeah, it's Street Fighter 4, yeah. And then the other one was a superhero game for what is actually a game based on a superhero film, which I think is actually the most underrated film for my favourite superhero.
Superman Returns?
No, my favourite superhero, Spider-Man.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah,
Spider-Man game.
Yeah, and to me, it's a most underrated Spider-Man movie as well.
The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yep. You think Tarzan 2 is underrated, Declan? Well, good for you, but I think it's garbage.
I hate it too.
Too many villains, not even focusing on Spider-Man. What else do I need to say? And also killing off Gwen 2 is a dumb move.
Literally, Spider-Man takes a backseat in his own goddamn movie.
Yeah, garbage right there. And killing off Gwen was also a dumb move as well, I might add. And also as well, wasting Norman Osborn too. Like, come on.
Well,
So yeah, what a joke.
here's the thing. The thing, well, for me personally, the worst Spider-Man movie now is probably now Homecoming.
Well, good for you, Don. But as for me, I hate Tarzan 2.
Yeah, well, Amazing Spider-Man 2 is not really good either, but compared to that or Homecoming, I'd rather be kind of forced to sit through TSM 2 because at least it tries to be a Spider-Man movie unlike Homecoming.
Well, here's the thing, Don. If it's a Spider-Man film as you claim, then why does it not focus on Spider-Man? There's also that. The villains sets up a shared universe, Spider-Man. I'd rather call it all the story. I'd rather call it the Sony Marvel movie. The Sony Marvel movie. The not so amazing Sony Marvel movie. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Tarzan 2 can go screw itself.
Weirdly enough, I could never. I still can't get myself to hate that film. Weirdly enough.
That's okay. That's okay.
Good for you. Good for you. You ready for the last movie?
Yeah, because obviously when it comes to Sony Marvel, the worst film I've made would obviously the trophy for that would easily go to Morbius, obviously.
Oh yes.
Odious, as I call it. Yeah, definitely the worst, Sony superhero movie I've seen so far.
It's more than time.
Oh, please don't get me started on that, please. God, I hate that.
Memes. I mean, they weren't funny in the first place.
Exactly.
And speaking of which, Morbius is for some reason coming to Netflix.
Well, I know what I'll be avoiding then. And I will say I'd rather watch Tarzan 2 over Morbius any day, but I'll say that. Not the same much for.
Now, when it comes to Venom 3,
I mean,
we'll see how it goes.
That's gonna be my last Marvel film I'm ever gonna see live action wise.
Yeah, though I have a feeling that you might even say that you'd rather watch Tarzan 2 over that even.
Yeah, of course I would.
I probably would.
Because I'm not seeing Adam Webb, I can't say where I'd watch it right on over it.
And I'd rather watch. And honestly, I think Venom 3 will end up being better than the fan service Deadpool 3.
Yeah, I think it will be. No doubt about that for a single second.
I don't doubt that for a second because Deadpool 3 is already dead.
Dead on arrival. I don't know why people are hyped for it, but good for them, I guess.
Yeah, I could call that. You could now call that pretty much soon to be Disney's version of The Flash. We saw that turned out this year, and now we're gonna have Deadpool doing that move.
Yeah, look at it. It's doing what the Flash is doing, where it brought back, an old face, right? And it's like a multiverse movie, but look how it turned out.
And people are about Hugh Jackman Wolverine coming back.
I'm not excited in the
slightest. Hugh Jackman come back as a character in a good movie.
And I'm gonna predict the plan now for Wolverine in this movie. He's gonna be Jake Wolverine in this one.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think he will be, and yeah, I'll stick to the good films with Wolverine in. To be honest, that's what I'll do, and I'll stick to the 2 Deadpool movies for 2 of them, not this third one.
It's only 2.
They can be
to be honest, when it comes to the fan services, one thing I've noticed is that both the Flush and this Deadpool film that is coming out is basically copying No Way Home.
It is.
Yeah.
I think these multiverse films are literally cashing in on No Way Home. They're cashing in on No Way Home's success, but they're doing it all wrong.
Except the difference is though No Way Home actually treated the original cameos with respect.
Yeah, he did. That's what I've been saying, and
that's why it worked.
That's how it works, and also, of course, as well, especially compared to a Flush, better CGI as well.
And they did not spoil. And unlike the Flash's trailers, they did not spoil the return of the other 2 Spider-Men.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas, of course, the Flush's trailers were just mostly Michael Keaton, weren't they? You'd think it was a Batman trailer, not a Flush trailer. But oh yeah, of course, apparently Michael Keaton's barely in the film to begin with anyway, and sadly Ben Affleck's only in like the first 5 minutes too, unfortunately.
And also Michael Keaton's Batman is, of course, Jake Wayne now.
Jake Wayne, who looks like Dumbledore when he first appears.
Yeah, when they see Supergirl, nah, let's not save her. Let's leave her in the lab. And this is from what I saw in Ramborat's review, guys. I did not see the film.
Yeah, I saw his review as well, and that was 10 times better than the movie.
Yeah, I barely even need to see the film to say that it's better than the movie. But yeah, on a positive note, though, the last film I got today was actually Steelbook upgrade for what is, in my opinion, I'll say a statement which is where I think this film is the most underrated superhero movie of all time. And let's just say as well that its previous adaptation from 1995, as far as I'm concerned, was, pun intended, dreadful.
Dread 2012.
Yep, has a Blu-ray steelbook.
Yay!
Yeah, I love this. Yeah, so from there is the amazing poster, Dread 3D, and on the back, there he is again, another shot of him. He is the law. Dead was the law. Right. And then after that, guys, I got 2 figures today. One of them is for a DC supervillain who is actually a Batman. And you guys will know who I'm talking about when I say that my favourite voice for his character is in Conroy.
Ooh.
If you play the Arkham games, you'll probably know who it is because Kevin Conroy voices the character in these games.
It's Hush.
Yep, Hush. A.K. Thomas Elliott, yeah, here he is. And then after that as well, I got a figure for a Marvel superhero, and it's actually a pretty funny coincidence because we actually mentioned this character earlier, guys, because his film's going to fail miserably, of course. For a mouth.
Yeah, Deadpool.
Yep, Deadpool. Based on the comics, but not Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, that's what he looks like as well, yeah. Comes with, his katanas, and her comes back too. And also a head where you can see his, how he looks, right, his mask, and his like boxing glove rocket launcher and 2 pistols and his guns and his knife. Yeah. Jam packed with weapons. And that is it for today's haul. So yeah, hope you guys, enjoyed seeing that. And if you got a favourite thing, yeah, go ahead. Terrifier, cool. And which 2 figures did you like seeing?
I'll go with Hush, and actually, I'll go with both of them.
Cool.
Same.
And if you guys wondering how my cats are doing, Lily is behind me sleeping, all curled up. She's very tired today. Oh, it's a pity that Maria's not here because I could have shown her Lily, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Blair said he's watching the film Little Man. Oh, nice. Still need to watch that one day, Little Man. So, but yeah, that was definitely really fun, and today as well, guys. When I got home, I played Ranger of Fallen and the game, and I managed to finish the Autobot campaign, and I definitely gotta say that it's much better than the movie.
Right.
So yeah, and of course, when it comes, of course, to playing the game, there's many things the game does which I think is much better than the movie. I mean, one thing that the film did, which I thought was bad, was how they made the Fallen so easily defeated at the end by Optimus. Literally only a few seconds, whereas in the game, it's a long fight. Long.
And of course, the Fallen is barely in the movie.
Exactly. Whereas in this game, he's like a full-on boss fight. A long one, I might say. And also as well, if you guys also hate Skid and Mud Flap in the film, you'll be happy to know they're not even in the game. I mean, I hated those 2 characters, because they were really, rude and also racist, who I might add. So yeah. And speaking of Transformers as well, guys, it's pretty hard to believe, but in a couple of weeks, my Hound series is going to be wrapping up. Goodness me.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, next Friday is episode 59, the penultimate one, and then after that, it's the final episode, which is called Epilogue. But I hope you guys enjoyed, watching episode 58.
Yeah, I love that one.
And also, Shadow, how did you react to the ending with what a character did?
Oh, it was definitely, shocking.
And if you're wondering, Shadow, that particular part I'm talking about, I took inspiration from the show Transformers Animated with regards to a character. So that's what happened, really, and yeah. Oh, they said he'll be back later. Okay.
Yeah, he's probably doing a call.
Possibly, yeah. He went on mute a minute, before showed you guys what I got, didn't he? So, yeah.
Yeah.
And so hopefully he'll join us again soon. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to one day replaying the Tazam game, because I played it on Xbox 360 and it was actually a decently good game, I must say, for that really. The graphics have aged really well. And if you guys were to ask me, why I think the worst Spider-Man game is ever, well, I'd say it's in terms of, DLC for, as I call it, Ass-Vengers. That's what I'll say.
Well, thank God I never played that game.
It's not worth your time at all, Shadow. It's trash. Absolute trash. And right now I'm eating some chocolate bars. Going very well, thank you, Donnie. Hope you're doing well. And see who else has joined us. Hey, Liv, nice to see you here.
Oh, hey, Liv.
So, yeah, I'm going to tuck into these chocolates now, guys. I've got like 4 bars here. So, one of them, if you guys are Nestle fans, is Aero Mint. I love mint. So, really, Declan, are you not a fan of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite or something? Is that why I say it's like Street Fighter 4 or something? When you're saying it looks like a masterpiece in comparison, is it because you're not a fan of Infinite, or is it because it's a good game, but it's like a game-making masterpiece compared to Ass-Vengers? I mean, so far, my favorite Avengers game is literally the Lego Avengers game. That's my favorite. That's my favorite Avengers game so far. Disappointment. Ouch. That's unfortunate. I'll see what I think. And so, when it comes to games, Shadow, would you say that Ass-Vengers is like an example of a game where if you were to see it and you were like, deciding to play it, would you do what I did and say, I can't do this S word?
Yeah.
If you guys wondering what I'm talking about, I'm a champ. I'm talking about when he nearly saw the Little Mermaid movie, but he backed out of it.
Yeah, I literally would have been like that and just replay Spider-Man instead.
Yeah, good idea. Like, imagine if you had a PS5, Shadow, or something nowadays, and you were encouraged by people to play it so they didn't have to, but then you backed out of playing the game, but then you saw Spider-Man 2 and you're like, oh, might play Spider-Man 2 instead, though.
I guess. Even though I am really starting to lose a lot of interest in Spider-Man 2. I mean, why don't we just say RoboCop?
I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more excited for that now than Spider-Man.
Yeah, RoboCop looks awesome. The only thing that I'm not really liking about it is how the ending of it is apparently set up RoboCop 3 for some reason. Which really annoys me, because RoboCop 3, I think, is absolute garbage. And if you guys want to hear me ranting about the Turn Game Apart, check out my trash talk of it. Because it is one of the worst ones I've ever seen in my life, ever. Nothing, as far as I'm concerned, will ever top the original movie. Nothing will. One of my favorite films of all time is. So what, Shadow?
Yeah, just say you got that right.
Oh, you doing the Walter White meme? See, you got your goddamn right. Oh god, classify that game was rubbish on Vita. Goodness me. But I would rather play that over today's Call of Duty, though. Because Call of Duty to me is now a dead franchise. And I'll definitely cover it in Old is Better Than New as well at some point. Because that to me is probably the biggest example of a game franchise where Old is Better Than New. Well, that's good on. You finished MKXL. That's my favourite MK game of all time. Always will be. I didn't say Mortal Kombat. I think an example of a franchise where all games are better than new, because, as you guys know, I'm not a fan of MK11, and I'm not really liking where the direction's going with MK1 either, to be honest. I mean, one example of a dumb move that MK1 did was Megan Fox, for example, being in the game. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Like, I cast her of all people. She can't act.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, have you seen that clip where they compared her voice to an AI voice character?
No.
The AI voice is much better.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, it's very hilarious. Hilariously bad. My goodness me. Yeah, she can't act at all. She's rubbish. She's absolutely rubbish. Not to mention, in real life when she's not acting, she's also a total douchebag as well.
She's a monster. That's what.
Literally, because she's a vampire, isn't she? Apparently, which I think is ridiculous. Like, you know, we're humans, for God's sake. We're not vampires, are we? Yeah, screw Megan Fox all the way. Screw her.
Yeah.
I mean, like, honestly, her acting is so bad that she ruined April O'Neil in just 5 minutes.
Well, why am I not surprised? I mean, put it this way, you know, nowadays when I look back at Transformers, she definitely does ruin the first 2 films she's in as Michaela, definitely.
Yeah. And the third one finally got rid of her.
Yeah, which makes me happy, which is one of the many reasons why Dark Moon is my favourite out of the Bayformers films, because she's not in it. So good riddance. And it's also a Rock. That was my favourite Michael Bay movie, actually, as well.
Yeah, actually, mine's the bad ones.
Too. I'm hoping this 4th one will be good. Hopefully.
Not so sure with well, maybe, but I'm not so sure if it's really needed.
I mean, I'm set up in the credit scenes of Bad Boys for Life, so yeah, hopefully it'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, just as long as it makes people finally let go of Will Smith's past for a change and actually just accept that he can still get roles, I'm fine with that.
Well, I hope the movie on. It's been over a year now, and of course, nowadays I like to support Will because of his absolutely horrendous ex-wife, I must say now.
Yeah. I can honestly see why people don't like her.
Yeah, she's an idiot.
She's a complete B-word.
Yep, sick of her. She's now, unfortunately, one of my bad quarters with the first 2 Matrix sequels, sadly. The first 2 of them, because, as you guys know, I like to pretend Piss Reaction doesn't exist. Doesn't even help it. In that 4th film, they made Niobe really unlikable in that film, didn't they? Which just like Jamie in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I hated Niobe in Piss Reaction, I really did. Couldn't stand her. I mean, people are saying they masked Neo, Trinity, and Agent Smith and Morpheus. They did to Niobe as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
And I will admit to you guys, right, I wanted to touch Shadow this, but you know, when it comes to watching recommended videos on YouTube, well, for some reason, guys, they recommended me the scene where Smith awakens in Piss Erections, right? And so I thought, oh god, why are they showing me this? So I went on it because I watched my recommended videos, see what the fuss is about. And I will admit, guys, right, when I saw the fight scenes in the toilet and in the corridor and all that, I couldn't help but burst out laughing because it was so bad. I actually laughed. Like, what an absolute joke. Like, what is this? And if you were to ask me what I think of Piss Erections in a nutshell, guys, I'd say that the Piss Erections is current day garbage in a nutshell. Current day woke garbage, I must say, in a nutshell.
It is.
And with rewatches, guys, and more thought brought into it, for me, it's a 4 0 out of 10.
Yeah, like name one good thing about that movie.
I guess maybe that it made fans appreciate the original trilogy a lot more, especially, you know, Reloading Revolutions. Because before Perspectives came out, there was a bit of negativity towards the sequels, weren't there?
Yeah, yeah.
But I bet nowadays people are going to be loving those two sequels, aren't they? Same a masterpiece in comparison. Whereas for me, I've always loved the two sequels.
So what?
In fact, I think Revolutions is underrated nowadays. But yeah, you know, I just couldn't help laughing, you know, when that happened, really. When I saw fight scenes. Oh, I see Gary's tweets about Doctor Who, saying apparently the Thomas Jordan retcon's still happening. Oh, God.
Oh, for God's sake.
It's probably because a new episode came out, isn't it? You know, today, isn't it? From that one special. So, yeah, all I can say is RIP Doctor Who.
And speaking of which, am I the only one who finds it strange how this woke as hell special is on D-?
It is very strange. Like, it doesn't make any sense because Doctor Who is a BBC franchise, not Disney. And no other, like, Disney company Disney bought owned it, you know, like Fox or anything like that. So I don't understand why it's on there.
I mean, if it is on there, why not you just put on the classic series?
Yeah, put on the original stuff, which is good. And, like, what I think is also weird is, you know, they apparently put it on D- in countries that don't have BBC, apparently. I mean, I think in America, they'll probably play it on BBC America, the channel there, of course, but elsewhere, where we don't have BBC, they'll probably just, you know, put on D-, won't they, sadly, which is stupid. But yeah, I think it's dumb how just put the special on there, not the original stuff, which is good. But yeah, it looks like the hashtag that I've been saying for ages is still standing today, which is RIP Doctor Who. Totally dead franchise now, absolutely. Dead Who, I must say. And yeah, who can save it now? No one. And I don't know about you, Shadow, but because of what he's been saying recently, I've lost respect for Russell T Davies too as well. I lost respect for him.
Yep. All right.
I mean, like, calling Davos disabled, but, like, he's not disabled. Same, apparently, he's in a wheelchair. No, it's a life support chair that keeps him alive. It's not a wheelchair, for God's sake.
Like, is it so hard for you to do your research?
And also, I don't understand why Russell's got a problem with Davos being disabled because, like, you know, the fact that they have a disabled character in Doctor Who's old times, it shows you that the show back then was diverse, weren't it?
Yeah.
And here's what I don't get, Shadow, right? If Russell hates the idea of Davos being disabled, right? Why did he bring Davos back disabled in, you know, in Tennant's 4th series?
Exactly.
Doesn't make any sense, does it? Stupid. Absolutely stupid. Yeah, gotta hope Xbox loses because as you guys know, I personally don't like Microsoft anymore. Nowadays, I'm more of a PlayStation player, to be honest. And that's how it is for me.
And also in this special, I think the worst scene in the movie is how they attack the Doctor.
Yeah, they're saying he knows nothing.
And that also made me lose even more respect for Donna.
Yeah, like, come on. I loved her a lot when, in the Runaway Bride special and, you know, the 4th series, but, like, oh, God, what have they done to her? Massacred her beyond all belief. Like, how could we do that to her? But yeah, the franchise is totally dead. Totally. And I think it's also so laughable how this apparently 3rd episode of the special, the last one, is called The Giggle. the giggle.
Like that sounds like something. That sounds like something a child would come with.
Mm. Does he, Blaze? Gabe Newell. Who even is Gabe Newell exactly? Who is he? And Shadow, because of how Microsoft are doing these days, would you say that the chance you playing on Xbox is 0?
Well, it's low. I'll just say that.
I mean, if you were to give it a chance, would it only be because of the exclusives on it?
Yeah, like Halo. We want to play those games.
Yeah, they're good games. Definitely. It's a shame we're not all on Xbox for. I mean, they are on PC, but at least. So if you get a PC, you don't want to get a Microsoft console, then they are on PC.
Yeah, but I'm not much of a PC player.
Yeah, me neither. Blaze is getting a PC, but also because he doesn't want to get a Microsoft console because of what we've done. I mean, one thing that Microsoft do with Xbox, which is so dumb, Shadow, is, right, when you install a game on PS4 and it doesn't take long, does it, right?
No.
Well, on Xbox One, it takes ages to install something. Ages. And it eats lots of storage. Lots of it.
Oh.
On PS4, though, even the big games don't take up much space for. Like, for example, when I installed God of War Ragnarok, which is a massive game, 2 discs worth on PS4, it only installed a little bit on my HDD. Not much, and it's a big game. Speaking of games, though, guys, now that I've played all the main Infamous games, it means I can rank them. So for you guys watching Infamous fans, you'll definitely be in for a treat, of course. Lily's still asleep behind me right now. And apparently, speaking of like GTA guys and all that they're going to be releasing the new trailer for GTA 6 on December 5th, apparently. I mean, I'll watch it, see what I think, but to be honest, I'm not really interested, really. I think it's taken too long, really, and I must also as well say that, I don't think it's going to top my favourite game, GTA 4. Better still, Apollo won't even top GTA 5 either.
No, because GTA 5 to me is timeless.
Yeah, it is. I think it's, shall I say, stood the test of time, really. Many games which are old, you can't tell when they came out because how good they are, really, graphic-wise.
And I kind of feel that GTA 6 is going to be the new Saints Row remake.
But by that doing Walk Shadow.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, screw EA too as well, Declan. Screw them. You can see why I'm not really a fan of how they're handling Star Wars games too, I must say. One example for me what always better than new is probably Star Wars Battlefront games, because I personally think that all Battlefront games in the early 2000s are miles better than the ones by EA, in my opinion. Miles better. I mean, one no-brainer I can say is no sequel to Trashology characters, because back then they didn't exist. Ha! Yeah, and I think the gameplay overall is also, in my opinion, miles better as well. And just brilliant, really. And of course, as well, back then there wasn't those like stupid transactions or anything like that for the characters. You know that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's literally like a knock off a Battlefield, isn't it? Yeah, you're not wrong, Darth Prime. It's literally like trying to knock off Battlefield, even as first-person points of view for the soldiers you play as and all that. Just stupid. And so, oh yeah, Shadow, did you see that we're apparently releasing a new Avatar game as well? Apparently, for some reason.
Already dead.
Yeah, it's dead. I mean, it's literally like a first-person shooter game, right? Where you play as a Navi, right? But like, what's the point in it being an Avatar game when you can't see your character? What's the point? Like it literally looks like, you know, like a Far Cry game, but in Avatar in Pandora. Literally what it is. It's Far Cry in Pandora.
And what I should play a game based on a franchise I despise.
Exactly. There's no point. I mean, because if you guys are watching, weren't aware, I personally don't like the first Avatar movie, and I refuse to watch Way of Water, or as Don calls it, Way of Piss.
Yeah.
I mean, good. Avatar 2009 is among my top worst movies I've ever seen.
Indeed. I mean, I think it's one of the most overrated films I've ever seen in my life too. Ever. Yeah, I didn't ask for an Avatar game at all. Definitely not.
Yeah, Nick.
Yeah, he is definitely Declan. You're not wrong about Jake Sully. I hate Jake Sully.
Yeah, and literally, now, I don't want to mention this person's name, but I'm just going to call him the person we never named. Apparently, the reason why he started doing all this harassed post me because his feelings were so... It is a stupid apology video. He said his feelings were hurt by my Way of Piss nickname. That wasn't even...
But it's your opinion, Don.
Even though that stupid guy should know the video wasn't even about him, just means he's a big crybaby and an idiot.
Jesus Christ.
Ridiculous. But it's your opinion, Don. You can call it whatever you want.
Yeah, boo-hoo. His feelings were hurt because somebody didn't like his so-called favorite franchise. So boo-hoo.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Like, why can't people respect opinions? It's stupid.
Like this guy is such a
laughable.
Such a man.
Laughable.
Such a man, baby.
Okay, back to you.
I mean, if you guys would tell me that you hate a franchise I'm a fan of, I'm not going to cry at you or like, you know, lash out at you. I'm cool with it. That's how it works. That's how opinions work.
And that's how being a YouTuber works.
Yeah, you got to be respectful. You got to be respectful.
Yeah, and everyone's gonna hate a lot of things all the time, and people like him need to deal with this.
Yeah. It's perfectly legitimate to like or hate something. Perfectly legitimate. So yeah, that's how it works, really. And that's why when I state my opinions on videos, I make sure it's my opinion, you know, like that. And you know, I mean, I think the words "in my opinion" is one of the most common words I say in my videos, really, because I state what I say is my opinion, you know, and I don't, you know, like state my opinion as facts, really, because like it's not a fact; it's just subjectivity, really. That's what I do, really. So, yeah. I mean, when it comes to films that I like that people hate, I'm not going to have a go up and like. No, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
That's how it works, really. So, yeah, to each their own. That's how it works. And so, really, Dark Lord Jado absolutely hate game. I'd love to see his video on it.
Damn. Yeah, I want to see that.
I mean, have you guys seen those videos where people like review these old games and play through them on like, you know, like a speed run or something, and ranting about it? I mean, because one of them they did was actually for a Doctor Who game called Doctor Who: The Eternity Clock. Have you guys ever heard of it? Doctor Who: The Eternity Clock.
No, this is the first time.
Well, it's set in Matt Smith's era, Shadow, actually, and you know, in Series 6, after Series 6, right? And it, I mean, I played it on PS Vita when I was a kid, and I thought it was okay, but when I look back at it, I can see issues with it. And these guys actually gave up really early into it, really early, because game nearly men in London, present day London, right? And they gave up at that part. Whereas for me, I finished the game. So yeah, compared to me who played the whole thing and finished it at the end, they couldn't get through the first part with Cybermen.
No.
Hmm.
Tough. Right.
So what, Dom?
So my 2024 of YouTube, beginning January, I might do more top 11s. Like, I might actually make a list of the saddest endings I've seen for films.
That's a good choice, yeah. Saddest endings.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I already can't think of a few. Can't think of a lot of few.
Awesome.
Yeah, like Green Mile's like Green Mile.
Oh yeah, Green Mile,
Starfield.
no question.
And how about Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah, well, that was expected though, because that's a prequel.
Hmm. And Dom, would you say that without spoiling that one example is also $1 million baby?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Made me very sad.
And another example I could say for a very sad movie ending is Schindler's List.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And of course, The Whale.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Whale was definitely well emotional. Speaking of Whale, guys, it's Brendan Fraser's birthday tomorrow.
Nice.
Pretty cool. What a coincidence. We mentioned The Whale and it's his birthday tomorrow. And as well, yeah, the ending part was definitely really emotional, I must say. Oh yeah, and Don, would you also say as well Return of the King?
Yes.
I mean, Return of the King, a masterpiece.
Frodo can't cope with what he went through, so he basically leaves the Middle Earth.
A perfect ending right there. Just how you wrap a trilogy right there.
What other emotional movie endings? Gee.
How about War for Planet of the Apes as well?
Oh yeah, War for the Planet of the Apes. Yeah, that's cool.
That was well sad. Logan as well. Logan.
Of course, yeah.
And Guardians 2 as well with Yondu.
Yes.
And how about Endgame? Because of Tony.
Yeah.
That was well sad.
Let's see what else. See what else has an emotional ending. Pinocchio from Del Toro.
Yo, definitely. That was well sad, weren't it? I mean, that's Del Toro for you right there. He knows how to deliver. Dragonheart. Oh, that from my opinion is underrated. Dragonheart. Has my favourite voice for Sean Connery.
And No Time to Die.
Yeah, definitely. That was emotional, my ad. Oh, how about T2, guys? T2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially about music as well. Oh my god. It's just one of many reasons why T2 is my favorite action movie of all time. In what's by a director I no longer like. Hey, Valdola, nice to see you here.
Hey, man. What else has
It has to end here. And as far as I'm concerned, you know, the ending of T2 to me is the end of a Terminator franchise. You know, as far as as far as it goes, guys, for me, you know, Terminator, it means a trilogy, which is of course the Director's Cut of Salvation, then the first movie, and then T2, and that's it, done. That's what I'll say.
That's Terminator.
We already mentioned Green Mile earlier about Dorlop before he came on as a first example of an emotional movie ending. And I think that ending for me was especially emotional because we lost Michael Clark Duncan way too soon as well. So seeing his character die in that ending was just, you know, tear-jerking.
And without spoiling, I'll say John DeBetty has an emotional ending.
Oh yeah, the new Johnny Depp movie.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, I'm not going to spoil why, of course.
All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we lost Michael Clark Duncan way too soon. So yeah, but he had an amazing career while he was with us, though, didn't he?
Rest in peace to him.
Hopefully, he's in a better place. And yeah, John Coffey will always be my favourite wall of his. I just saw Green Mile last year for the first time. And second favourite wall of his for me is Kingpin.
Yeah.
Because I must say he was definitely an amazing casting for Kingpin, and he's one of the reasons why I think every Daredevil 2003 is underrated. And I don't hate it. Yeah, Benjamin King is my favourite, also Michael Clark Duncan. He was just so great as Benjamin King in Saints Row 1. And I love how in Saints Row 4 you can hear him singing as well in the credits. That was definitely really cool, how they included that with him singing.
Oh yeah, and when it comes to other emotional endings, you got Saving Private Ryan.
Oh yeah, one of many reasons why it's my favourite war movie of all time. Is there any endings you guys have seen where, you know, it's a great ending, but it's emotional at the same time?
Yeah.
I mean, I might say Return of Jazz ending is emotional in a good way, happy way. And I think as well, you know, shall we also say as well things like, you know, like what else had a great ending which is happy but also emotional at the same time? How about The Last Crusade?
Yeah.
I mean, seeing Indiana Jones running off into the sunset with his dad reconciled, it just, you know, is so amazing, and it especially hit differently for me after we lost Sean Connery a few years ago. 3 years ago, wasn't it? Yeah, rest in peace to him.
And the Raiders theme playing in the background. Oh man.
Yeah, that's iconic right there. So iconic.
Oh yeah. And also when it comes to emotional endings, Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of many reasons why it's my first Star Trek movie of all time.
And I guess I could say Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows or 2.
That was a happy ending, weren't it? In an emotional way, I must say. Because I will admit, guys, you know, when I saw trailers for the film, I was actually thinking the characters were all going to die. All of the good ones were all going to die, but thankfully a lot of them survived.
Yeah, thankfully the main trio survived.
Yeah, but going into it, when I saw trailers, I was scared they're all going to die. Oh, yeah, Infamous Second Son. I think an example of a game which is emotional is also Spider-Man PS4's ending as well.
Yes.
No question about it. But I think a game with an emotional opening, though, for me, is probably The Last of Us, opening-wise.
Yeah, I know what you mean about that.
Troy Baker just nailed it in that scene, he really did. Just tons of reasons why Joel's my favourite role of Troy Baker. Yeah, it was so sad, that opening. I'm not going to say why if you guys have not played the game. Then you probably have because it's 10 years old now, but yeah, who knows if you played it or not, guys. But yeah, when I get a PS5, guys, I'll definitely be grabbing, Spider-Man 2 and RoboCop. Those two games I'm definitely really eager to play on PS5. What's Lily doing? Oh, she's gone down there. Probably get a drink of water or something because the water bottle down there. Because these two can't spend most of the day in my room, guys. They tend to eat the food too, as well as sleep. They eat the food in here and all. Perfect. I can hear her drinking water now. Aww.
No, that's so cute.
Because right now, guys, Lily's drinking water, and I think Susie's sleeping down there on my Matrix doormat. Anastasia. Love that movie.
Yeah, okay, I'm underrated.
Yeah, very underrated. It has my favourite voice waller there, Christopher Lloyd, in it. Yeah, I love how we release old films. It's definitely really nice one to do that. Really nice.
My favorite is releasing Disney films, the classics.
I'll be doing that. Just stalking Lily, guys. She's come back to see me. All right, princess. Today as well, guys, while I was playing Rendra 4 and Susie came to say hello to me, she was purring her head off a lot too. Purring her head off. So yeah, I love watching her be affectionate, and I'm hoping one day I can film it for you guys and make it into a film for you to watch. I mean, would you guys take an hour of Susie being affectionate as a movie? Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know you guys are fans of my cats, so I'd love to make a film of them for you one day. There's plenty of footage I've already filmed before of them, so yeah, I'll pull a all together for you. And so, and apparently as well, did you guys see they dropped, like an Eddie Murphy comedy on Amazon Prime recently this week?
Yeah.
Candy something to call it. Candy something, weren't it?
Yeah, so Daniel mentioned that.
And he said he thought it was decent, didn't he? Suddenly, so I'll probably give it a watch one day, see what I think of it. Lily, come here. Oh, here she is. Here's Lily. Precious gem, right here.
Oh.
So precious.
Oh.
Yeah, she's precious. Yeah, she's a cutie indeed. Yeah, love her. Go on then, sweetie. Lily.
And when it comes to movies, I really want to check out. I definitely want to check out that new Godzilla movie.
Oh yeah, -1. Yeah, I've heard it's had acclaim from lots of fans who've gone to see it. Yeah. Well, that's all I've got for today. Go away now. I love Critical Drinker. He's so funny. Hope he's having a great time at Abu Dhabi watching the racing going on there. Hope he's having a great time there. I should for Napoleon soon because he posted his review for Napoleon. So yeah, I wonder what I'll think of his review for it because as you guys may not know, I am not interested in seeing that film, so I'll watch his review instead. Because I will be honest, guys, and say, but I personally think that recently Ridley Scott has lost his touch when we're making films. Honest.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. I mean, one thing that he did, of course, which I thought was weird, was making those prequels to Alien. Because personally, those ones have lots of bad things in, Prometheus and Covenant, those two.
Yeah, and of course, you have to make the main characters into complete
idiots.
Complete dumbasses.
Yeah, ridiculous. And I think as well, you know, recently as well, you know, I think it was also a dumb move to do a sequel to Gladiator for some reason. Like, really?
Just why?
Oh, guys, look, Susie joined us. Hello, Susie. Hello. Oh, look who's here, guys. Susie's come and say hello.
Oh, hey Susie. Hey Susie. Hey Susie. Oh.
Oh, hello. Oh, she's, you know, let's have a sit down there. You alright, precious? Please don't fight Lily. Please don't fight. Susie.
Stop.
Please don't fight.
I don't want to see a fight here.
Yeah, please don't fight. Why don't you ever sit down? Oh, no. Alright, you two, take it easy. They're squaring off each other, guys. Oh, no.
Oh, let's see this.
Sometimes I've come from work, guys, and my both is sat on my bed waiting for me and no fighting, so I don't understand why they're being aggressive to each other now. Right, Sue. But it wasn't that cute when she actually came on to say hello. And now she's going to sit down. Aren't you, Susie? All right. Okay. Aww. Lily's staring at her right now. Come on, Lil. Get away from her. Come on. You, I'll sit down, all right? Yeah, I can't imagine it either. I hope we don't fight. If we do, then all hell's going to break loose, unfortunately. But yeah, we're both on my bed now, guys, which is pretty cool, isn't it? That's never happened before, has it? Like, wow. So, yeah, I think it's dumb how he's doing a sequel to Gladiator, guys. Like, seriously? Why? Like, Gladiator to me is a perfect film on its own. Just one film. One.
Like, what's the sequel is going to be about?
I don't know. Like, what can we adapt? Seriously.
I mean, Maximus got his revenge. He died. He lost his entire family. Commodus is dead. So there's nothing to work with.
Exactly.
Like, I swear, if there's going to be like a long lost son or something, oh God, I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah, I think it is actually into, you know, this, you know, main character apparently. I mean, who knows what it'll be, but yeah. And
okay, I'm back.
Oh, welcome back, Blaze. So, and as well, guys, and this film Napoleon as well, this new film, right? You know, I lost interest in watching it when I heard they were going to make Napoleon Bonaparte be like a good character, like a good guy, but like, he wasn't a good guy. He was a bad guy. So, I really don't like the idea of making him out to be a good guy in this movie. And also, as well, I think Ridley Scott's response to people who criticised the inaccuracy to his film was a bit rude, I must say. Rude. Because when, of course, they criticised the inaccuracy to history in it, he told them to get a life. Now, if that was me, if I was a director of the film, I'd say that I'd apologise for the inaccuracy and I'd make sure to adapt better in my future projects. I wouldn't tell him to get a life. I'd apologise.
Maybe Ridley is the one who needs a life.
Yeah. And apparently Ridley hates superhero films too, as well. I mean, I can see why he would because of today's superhero genre stuff, but there is tons of old superhero films that I adore, though. Tons. And most of them are old. For example, mostly Saga. And obviously, as you guys know, my favourite...
And the movie, Superman Returns, Man of Steel. They're three great films right there.
Yeah. Superman 2, Richard Donner's cut, to me, is a true version of that. We were just talking about Napoleon, that new film about you know, Bonaparte, that movie. And I was saying that I wasn't interested in seeing because I didn't like how we were going to make him be a good guy because he's not a good guy. Bonaparte is a bad guy. And also as well, I thought Ridley Scott was also rude when he, of course, attacked people who criticised the inaccuracy by telling them to get a life. I mean, I like his old films, guys. I really do, but I think nowadays he's lost his touch. I mean, my favorite film by him is the first well, to me, the original and only Gladiator movie. That's my favorite film by him.
Same.
And I do also love the first Alien movie as well. I love that movie, but obviously to me, I prefer Aliens. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, the first one is definitely a horror masterpiece, I must say. But I think Aliens is one of the greatest sequels ever made. And then, of course, I also love his first Blade Runner movie, but as you guys know, I strongly prefer 2049 by far.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah. And because of how good the first Dune movie was, Denis Villeneuve is an example of a director I still trust today as well. Yeah, great director he is. So far, so far I've not seen a bad film by Denis Villeneuve so far.
I still trust that Dune Part 2 is going to be good.
I hope it is. I hope it is. If it's bad and it wasn't worth the wait, I'm gonna go mad.
Yep. So right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Shadow. The plan is for making it a Dune game as well, which is based on the film and the book, which is pretty cool. So I'm hoping the game will be good.
I'll definitely check that out.
Apparently it's on like PS5 and Series X and whatever, so hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully. So yeah, I think Ridley was really rude when he told people to get a life. That was just ridiculous, weren't it? Really ridiculous and very rude. And so yeah. But when it comes to today's superhero genre, I can see why, of course, he hates superhero films, you know, because of all the recent ones, of course. But there is, however, also some old films, though, which, you know, are still bad, but superhero genre-wise. For example, Superman 4, for example. Batman and Slobbing. Batman and Slobbing, as I call it. What Ozzy calls it, that.
Justice Week.
Fantastic.
Captain Marvel.
Ghost Rider Camera of Shakiness. But yeah.
Shakiness.
Yeah, it's what me and Don call it, because the camera work is terrible in Ghost Rider too.
Oh yeah, and of course, Crap Turtles.
Yeah, Crap Turtles. To me, it's the worst MC movie I've ever seen in my life.
It's the worst superhero movie I've seen.
Ouch. What else? Oh yeah, the 1990 Captain America film. I hate that film. Trash talked it. So there is some old films, superhero genre, which are bad, of course. Not just new ones, but old ones too, which are bad too. And when it comes to DC, of course, as you guys know, I personally prefer, you know, DC and animation and video games over live action. And the main reason why I prefer DC animation games is because of one man, Kevin Conroy.
Rest in peace.
You know, as I've said, to me, he's the greatest Batman ever, and you know, being there, listening to his voice in many things just shows it. It just, you know, made it so much fun for me to watch and, you know, play the games because of his voice.
Now, guys, but
oh well, thanks for being here, Don. Nice to have you here. Hope you have a great week. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Take care, Don.
And now it's just me and you and Blair, Shadow. No son of Ozzy. Yeah, it must be doing some long errand, I guess.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I still have that call we was talking about.
Possibly, yeah. Quite a long call, isn't it? Oh yeah, the kind of Justice League, which is pretty cool. See you, Joseph. Thanks for being here. Oh yeah, I love Justice League animated series. I watched it when I was a kid. Love that show. I'm hoping they'll do it on, they got it on Blu-ray so I can go and buy it for a rewatch. Because I've already checked out Batman animated series, and it's my first show, and Batman Beyond's an animated series. So I'm hoping to get the Justice League series, the two of them. That and Justice League Unlimited, those two.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get them too.
Yeah, as a nice little binge watch to go down memory lane. But these days, commitments, I've not had much time to watch TV these days. Usually just once a week, really. Because as you guys know, I'm watching Invincible, and I watch it as soon as it comes out. Hopefully, when I can, really. Because on Fridays, when it of course dropped to me in the UK, I'm of course in work, and when I get home, I'm shattered. So I don't have a time, and I go to the gym too. So yeah, I haven't got time to watch any shows or anything like that. And of course, this Friday, but just gonna watch Hellraiser 2 as well. Oh, didn't I? Or was it? No, I don't watch anything on Friday actually. Because I was so tired. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, and also Shadow, when it comes to games that came out this year, we already talked about Avatar game. Have you heard about that Walking Dead game that dropped recently called Walking Dead Destinies?
No.
Well, it's definitely absolute trash in my opinion.
Oh, yikes.
Like,
the Red Dragon deletes it on video.
Yeah, he hated it so much, Shadow, he gave up on it and he rage quit it and uninstalled it. Like, the graphics were appalling, the designs of the characters, and what's worse is it's unfaithful to a show. It's based on the show, and it's very unfaithful to it, and there's also lots of recasts as well, and dumb castings, in my opinion. For example, Chandler Riggs, who plays Carl, Shadow?
Yeah.
He's in the game, but not as Carl, as a Woodbury soldier.
What?
I know, right? That's just so dumb. Like, you have Chandler in the game, but not as Carl. Oh my god. Doesn't make any sense. Oh god. And but I guess one good thing I can say, right, is how many of these recent games have such bad character designs, Shadow and all that?
Yeah.
Well, I think the only good thing about that is we can make memes of them. Can't we? That's probably one good thing I told Blaze about, and he agreed, didn't you, Blaze? Didn't you, Blaze? You agreed, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because while there may be bad designs, at least we can joke at them in memes, can't we? I mean, one character Blaze made lots of fun of in memes was probably, of course, Potato Doc from Ant-Man 3. Yeah, because when I see that character, I don't find him threatening whatsoever. I just laugh because he's just so terrible. Like, oh my god. I mean, I might probably say he's among the worst motion capture characters I've ever seen in my life ever. Because as a fun fact, guys, he's motion captured, that character. And I think he's among the worst I've ever seen in my life, which is motion captured. No example for me is probably the Thing in Fan 40, because he's motion captured for some reason.
Oh, you're taking all my chest, Luke.
Hey, what we posted now, Blaze? Oh god. More dot memes. Yeah, we did not swear the game a 2 out of 10, and we said it's insulting to the show and to gaming in general, and I can see why. I'm surprised we didn't give it a 0 out of 10 about them if it's an insult to gaming. Yeah, I'm going to be rewatching Home Alone 3 for its trash talk, unfortunately.
Oh, good luck with that.
I mean, I know some fans do like that film, apparently. I mean, fair enough, but for me personally, I don't like it because to me, it's anything but a Home Alone film because it's misleading. I think it's Home Alone in name only. I'm saying the same applies to the other two films I've seen, Home Alone 4 and The Holiday Heist. As you guys know, I refuse to watch Home and Sweet Home Alone. Yeah, that film is the only one in the franchise that I'm not watching because The Holiday Heist totally killed any interest I have in watching any more films, unfortunately. I mean, I don't know why I watched Holiday Heist in the first place, sadly. I have no idea why I watched that garbage in the first place. Big mistake. Maybe I should have stopped Home Alone 2.
That's what I did.
Yeah. Back when I was a kid, boy, when I was told Home Alone 3 was on television, I got dead excited. I don't know why now. Yeah, when I look back at that, I just laugh at my younger self being excited for it. Like, oh my god. And what's funny, guys, is back then when I first saw it, I was playing the Simpsons game too. I should have just continued playing that instead. Love the Simpsons game.
That probably would have been better.
I think it is good. Yeah, Simpsons game to me is a great game, which I think has aged really well. I mean, I think the game aged really, really well because it's a cartoon game. Hey, Blaze, what have you sent me here? Are these your cars you've made on AI or whatever it is?
Yeah, these cars as well.
You showed those last week, were good.
Yep, you have the Honda, the Mazda, and then the Lexus.
Oh god, please don't remind me of Shrek 3. Hate that movie. As I call it, I call it Shrek the Turd. Yeah, definitely an awful movie in my opinion. One of the worst DreamWorks movies ever. And Shadow, would you say that one of the reasons why you backed was Nor Kevin?
Yeah, that's the main reason why.
Yeah, because not any character at all from the first two films is in the third film. No one. It's an entirely new cast of characters.
Like Kevin and his family was the only ones I cared about.
They're the heart and soul of the franchise. Kevin is, and Harry and Marv must say as well. And what's also so dumb, Shadow, is in this third film there's 4 villains, not 2 this time. 4. And I think that's too much. 2's enough.
Yeah, 2 was enough.
Yeah, Harry and Marv were perfect as the dynamic duo of criminals, if you will.
Dynamic duo.
Yeah. Or should I say hilarious duo because they're funny.
That works too.
Yeah, so funny, and I think and also what's also dumb as well is there's also no John Williams music in the film either, Shadow, which is ridiculous. Because literally, the only time they have a bit of a John Williams style music is it in the opening scene, because they do feature the theme from the first 2 films in the opening, but it's actually way too. It's like about 15 seconds more. Sadly, it's very short. And personally, I think the soundtrack for a film just feels so out of place because it feels like a soundtrack for a heist film, not for a Home Alone movie. Because John Williams' music, just fits so perfectly. It felt magical in my opinion, and just what you need for a Christmas movie. Whereas Home Alone 3 feels like a heist soundtrack for some reason. I mean, it could have been used better in another film, of course, but not in that film.
Like you could have just brought back John Williams.
Yeah, you could have done. Simple as that.
Or hell, even Danny Elfman.
Danny Elfman would be a good choice, yeah. Because he has a great experience of composing the Christmas films, doesn't he? Of course, you know, like Batman Returns and Now Before Christmas and all that.
Yeah,
So surely he can do Christmas soundtrack of Home Alone, right?
sure it could.
Yeah. He's a phenomenal composer, Danny Elfman, phenomenal. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, John Williams is the greatest composer ever. And his music is always a joy to watch. And never once, in my opinion, have I disliked the John Williams music ever. Never once.
Neither have I.
Because even though I hate the sequel trashology of Disney Wars, I still think his music was one of the very few good things about that trashology. Very few. I stress the importance of here.
Based on what I've heard from Dial Destiny, that music actually sounds pretty decent.
Yeah. The downside is, you know, when it comes to that and the secret trashology is, the music just feels out of place, doesn't it? Because it could have been used in a much better film than those, couldn't it? Much better.
Much better.
Even as said on his rant for Dial of Destiny that even the music feels out of place here because they apparently play the theme when nothing's happening for some reason, nothing epic whatsoever. As they're trying to get people excited, but no, that failed because nothing's happening. But yeah, I just really can't believe he had to waste on Williams like that. I mean, thankfully, he has confirmed that he doesn't want to retire from composing music yet. He wants to continue, thankfully, which is nice. Because I'd hate it if he ended his career on that note with Indiana Jones 5.
And I want him to end with a masterpiece film.
Hopefully he can. Did you exalt him? That's really awesome. I bet there was a lot for you to talk about, weren't there? From his Star Wars soundtrack, of course. If I was to do a project on John Williams' soundtrack, we'd be here all day. And speaking of, films and all that, tomorrow I'll be filming a video on why I think The Karate Kid did not need a sequel. Oh, Alexander's here. Hello, Alexander.
Hello. Greetings.
Greetings. Nice to have you. How are you doing?
Well, that depends more like on like in terms of my health or just in general.
Well,
or
in general, then.
Well, in general, I suppose I'm doing fine.
Well, that's great to hear. And I actually mentioned you earlier on the stream, Alexander, because we were talking about, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I said that you have the same opinion as me, where we don't like the 1971 film, do we?
That is completely true. That is completely true.
And me and you strongly prefer the Tim Burton film, don't we?
I absolutely do. Absolutely, I do. Yes.
Yeah, I love that film very much. Part of my childhood too, I must say.
And I've seen a whole video on YouTube of someone who also prefers the Charlie version, basically talking about what likes the new one more than the old one.
And also, guys, I'm pretty sure that the Tim Burton movie is the first one I ever saw from him.
What, your first ever Tim Burton film, Shadow?
Pretty sure, yeah.
That's cool. I mean, I don't know what my first one was I saw by Tim Burton.
My first one by Tim Burton was actually Alice in Wonderland, I believe, if I'm correct.
Oh, that film, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that film was okay, really, to be honest. The first one. Yeah, my brother told me about he's not really interested in seeing one, so I'll probably won't see it at the cinema, but I'll probably watch it when it comes to video on demand or if I'm not busy with work.
I'm really debating right now in my conscience if I want to see it in cinema or afterwards. And that's not because of I'm actually interested in the movie, but I'm always debating if I want to give money to all of these corporations and studios with Hollywood nowadays.
Yeah, you can see why I'm reluctant these days to see films at a cinema.
I mean, I'll definitely see how I think next week when I see it.
Oh, apparently Alexander, as one on it is the same one about Dort's off for the first time by Tim Burton as well.
Really? Oh, wow, that's great. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. But one thing about this Wonka film that I'm thinking is, you know, not really a good idea is how they're making it a prequel to a 1971 movie for some reason.
Yeah, that is already about quality.
And I know this because the costume is very similar, isn't it, that Wonka wears, and also as well how the Oompa Loompa in the trailer is literally the same one as the ones from the 1971 movie, you know, the orange skin and the green hair and all that.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's true. But also at the same time, I do find it interesting that the hair color of Timothée Chalamet, I think, is quite different from how the hair color of Gene Wilder looks. His is more.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's much more like brown, into whereas Gene Wilder's hair was like dark blonde, weren't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I will say, though, I don't like about the film, but I think Gene Wilder was probably the best part of it, as far as I'm concerned. One of them, that is, one of the very few best parts of it.
Yeah. May rest in peace.
Yeah. Another thing as well I do also prefer in the 2005 film is also how the rest of Charlie's grandparents actually have, you know, roles in the film, whereas in the 1971 film, Grandpa George and Grandma, what she called Georgina, they didn't even talk, did they? Unfortunately.
Yeah, and in the book, all of the grandparents were very well described, and I think all of them were very important for the book as well. Yeah, but I really like all the grandparents so much in the Charlie movie. They're all so different.
Me too.
The Grandpa George is so like straightforward and doesn't like has no filter, like says whatever he wants, very kind of harsh with his words. But then Grandpa Joe is much kinder and sort of sweeter in that sense. And I like all of the great. It's a shame that I'm pretty sure all of those actors are no longer with us.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're no longer with us. So
rest in peace. And I think as well, you know, one part with Grandpa George that maybe died of laughter in the 2005 was when he was swearing to you know, Mike TV, and you know Charlie's dad covered his ears.
I like also. I want to the part about that I like is that how Tim Burton directed it and added like that sound where the ears covered and he made it silent so that it's almost like we are Charlie, you know, with our ears being covered. He kind of muted the sound completely. I think that was a very interesting creative choice.
And to this day, I'm wondering what he actually said as well. You know what he actually was shouting. But whatever it was, you know, Grandpa Joe looked appalled, didn't he? Yeah. And I will say as well, but in my opinion, Grandpa Joe was also more likable in that film than the 1971 movie, in my opinion. More likable.
Yeah, that's the one version was a douchebag.
Yeah, I feel he was a bit grumpy at times, really, to be honest, and quite scary, I must say, for a grandpa.
Yeah, and at one point, he even got Charlie in trouble.
Exactly. Whereas Joe in the 2005 film was friendly and kind, and he wouldn't give up on, you know, getting Charlie a golden ticket. He wouldn't give up. That's what I loved about Joe in the 2005 film.
And I just love David Kelly as well.
Oh, David Kelly, legend, absolute legend. Rest in peace to him. And I also love Georgina, where she doesn't know what everyone's going on about, and she says random things.
Yeah.
It isn't until the end of the film when she finally comes to her senses and says things are going to get much better. I love how she said that. So, yeah, it's definitely, you know, an amazing film, masterpiece as far as I'm concerned. As Willy Wonka, Johnny Depp is, in my opinion, especially because of his voice. Because when you, of course, you hear him, whereas with Johnny Depp, it's very high pitched, isn't it? His voice for Willy Wonka.
Yeah, I mean it's completely different.
Yeah, very different. It shows you how talented he is, and I can definitely see why he's Ozzy's favorite actor, and Vermon's too as well.
I will say that one thing that I suppose maybe I appreciate about the new actor for the
Tim Chalamet.
Timothée Chalamet. Yeah, the one thing I appreciate is I did watch a YouTube video recently where he was like at the Tokyo convention or something promoting Wonka with Hugh Grant and everything, and he was praising Johnny Depp in that.
Well, respect to him for that.
Mad respect.
Yeah, anyone who praises Johnny will have my respect for that. Anyone who praises Johnny will have my respect. Because Johnny's a legend. And I hope he's doing well nowadays too. Hope he's well. So yeah, I'm definitely seeing his new film because After Shadows praised it. I think I might like it as well. But I will definitely watch it 100% for Johnny. And so that's what I'll say. And as for Amber Turd, I hope, of course, that she's living with upsetness for what she's done to Johnny, because she's had it coming. What she's done, she brought on herself. It's her fault.
It's all her fault.
And she's, of course, the main reason why I have no interest whatsoever in watching Aquaman 2. I mean, that and also because of how the rest of DCU killed my interest too, of course. Before that, the Flush and all that.
Oh yeah, and speaking of which, I saw the latest trailer, and guess what? It sucked.
Well, why am I not surprised? I didn't even see the trailer. Was it really? Was it shocking, Shadow? Like shockingly bad?
It was.
Damn.
Which one? Which one?
Aquaman 2's trailer, Alexander. The new one finally dropped.
Speaking of Aquaman 2, I haven't watched the trailer, but I won't say who it is, obviously. Well, even if I said who it is, it wouldn't really matter because you don't know any of my university classmates. But just for privacy reasons, I also won't say who it is. And I'm not even sure I remember. But one of my university classmates, apparently, because they have connections to like Hollywood and stuff, they were, I believe, actually, they saw the full cut of Aquaman 2 a while back now. They were shown it.
They saw the whole thing. Wow, and what did they say about it?
Yeah. I don't remember, but I don't think they enjoyed it too much. No, I don't think they did, if I remember correctly.
Well, I'm not surprised, Alexander, because when they did test screenings for the film, it was overwhelmingly negative. Like, panned, that sort of thing, where everyone was hating it, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, one shot of her, so yeah, thank God I didn't see it.
Yeah, and that was also just a blink and you'll miss it.
Yeah, even the trailers know that we don't want to see her in the film, but I, of course, do not care whatsoever how we handle her. I'm not going to watch anything she's in for a single second because I'm staying loyal to Johnny. Oh God, really exalted nerd! You gotta be kidding me, right? First of all, you have the Flush putting your baby in a microwave in the Flush, but then in Aquaman 2, are you kidding me? What to do this? I'm putting a shellfish.
Oh,
goodness me!
Hey, Jesus.
Yeah, dumb move right there. Really dumb. I'll stick to the first Aquaman movie, to be honest, when it comes to what's good. But I'll probably fast forward Amber Turd scenes anyway. So I did when I rewatched it for the most part. Just out of question, Alexander. This is a question I've asked people here before. Is there an example of a film that you've been asked to watch by people, right? To give your opinion on, but you've actually tried to watch it, but you backed out at the last minute and didn't see it?
Well, I can think of many examples where I just refused to watch a film, or I just
Well,
didn't get to it.
Well, when I say this in a context, what I say is basically where you literally do try to watch, but then at the last minute you're like, I can't do this. I can't do this.
No, I don't think I have an example like that, to be honest. I have one where I just completely refused, or I just didn't get to it, but I don't think I have an example where I just backed out yet, as far as I recall.
Okay.
Oh, no, I do, actually. I do. No,
okay.
now that I think
what film is it?
Yeah, well, when my sister, about 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago now, my sister tried to show me the new installment of the Russian Bogatyri series, and we started watching it, and then I just stopped, and yeah, and also there was some
my classmates showed me some film in September, which had a lot of, I would say, pretty inappropriate stuff in it.
Oh,
that
no.
I would. Oh yeah, that it wasn't even inappropriate. It was just humorous inappropriate, but it was still not really pleasant to see. So they were watching it, but I just kind of left the room, and I just kind of waited a bit, and then I came back into the room at that point.
Probably a good move. Really exalting nerve, kill it? Oh my god.
Jesus.
Do you really expect me to watch this film if they're going to kill a baby in it? Goodness me.
Yeah, no wonder why this movie's gonna flop.
Yeah, maybe all that negative reviews was because of that scene. Not just Amber Turbo, that scene too. Goodness me, that's just horrible.
I mean, no one wants to see it getting killed on screen.
That includes me.
Like Jesus Christ, who the hell made this movie?
Well, didn't James Wan direct it?
Yeah, so much with DCU.
Taiwan covered it. Well, I didn't see his video. I've not really kept up with Taiwan's content because I've been busy, but yeah, I'll definitely check out his video on it.
Yeah, so much for James Gunn's new DC universe.
Yeah, I hope it fails miserably. It's what he deserves. Because if you guys watching weren't aware, of course, I lost respect for James Gunn when he, of course, retcon the whole thing after we were promised that Henry Cavill would come like a Superman and Henry got fired and all that. And then, of course, as well, how it was emerged recently that he bad-mouthed the casting crew of Batman 1989 on old posts. And being an absolute coward, he deleted his Facebook, didn't he? Rather than apologise for what he said, he deleted his account. What a coward.
And of course allowing the whole attacking of Tim Burton and The Flash.
Yep. He released that film because rather than fight Evil Ezra and cancel that film, he got rid of Henry, who's loved by the fans. Like, why is it that he's keeping Evil Ezra, who's hated by fans like us, but he's got rid of Henry, who's loved by us? Like, seriously, because when I watch Henry's interviews, he's such a nice man. Really nice, and he knows his stuff. He's got an amazing knowledge of the things he's a fan of, Superman included, and his video games he plays. And he's so nice. So, why get rid of Henry? Like, honestly, if I was to meet Henry, guys, I'd treat him with absolute respect. I'd talk about what he loves and make him happy and comfortable. I'd have fun with Henry. I wouldn't, make him feel uncomfortable or want him to leave. I'd make him feel happy. Yeah. Which is why I'm very excited for Argyle coming out in the new year. And I might hopefully see it to a cinema if it comes to my local one in Manchester, hopefully, as well. But I'm watching it mainly for Henry, guys, in support of Henry and the rest of the cast. And also because Matthew Vaughn, the director, has my respect, of course, for recently criticising superhero films. Recent ones, that is. Because like Matthew Vaughn, I personally think the superhero genre has really lost its touch. Really has lost its touch, in my opinion. Yeah, exactly, Nox. You can see why I'm so angry about what's happened with DC. You can see why I'm so angry. I mean, if I was James Gunn, I wouldn't have made those comments about Batman 99 and as casting crew in the first place. But if I did, I'd have apologised when we got leaked. I'd have apologised for what I said. But rather than do that, he deletes his account. Coward.
Like, what else would B word?
Yes. Indeed. Like, why can't I just say sorry? And, like, letting the film flush completely trash on Tim Burton and Zack Snyder as works like that. What they worked for so hard for, gone. I mean, I've not seen a flush, guys, but according to my nerdy home, who's part of the Geeks and Gamers team, she said, of course, that film, of course, is proof that we're not going to get a Batfleck solo film because he's wiped out. Sadly, Ben Affleck is wiped out. And like, do you really expect me to be so happy to see Affleck, my favorite live action Batman, get replaced by George Clooney? Oh my god. Like, it breaks my heart because I love Batfleck, I really do. But, guys, earlier this year, Ben Affleck had my respect when he said he would not direct a film in James Dunn's new DC universe. Respect him for that. Because Ben Affleck, in my opinion, is way too good to be part of James Dunn's universe, in my opinion. Because I've seen many of his films he's directed. He's a great director, Ben Affleck. He really is. So I definitely think that he's too good to be part of that universe as a director. And it's also a shame, of course, that that Ben Affleck had a lot of fun filming for a Flush, didn't he? As he said, he had fun with it, but sadly, he's only in it for like 5 minutes. And then he's gone, just like that, wiped out, which is just stupid. Yeah, it's very unfortunate what happened. And I think as well how it also wasted Michael Shannon as well as Zod. What an absolute waste of Michael Shannon.
Yeah.
And it breaks my heart because Michael Shannon, I think, is a great actor. And, he, of course, was in support of Zack Snyder too, because he said he didn't want to return at first because of what happened to Zack. The whole Justice League problems and all that. But apparently Zack gave him permission to return as Zod. And Michael also had more respect for me when he said he would not be in a Star Wars movie. And you know what? Good. Because I don't want Michael Shannon anywhere near Star Wars. I really don't. Just out of curiosity, Alexander, would you say your favourite role of Michael Shannon is from that film that I dare not watch, which has the initials KO in it?
Yes.
Have you seen it, all the films he's in, Michael Shannon?
Well, I know that he's the General Zod. I know that.
Yes, he is. My favourite role of his. My second favourite role of his is in the film called The Shape of Water by Del Toro. Yeah, thank God he's not part of Matt Reeves' universe. Thank God for that. Which makes me excited for the Batman 2. Which apparently is due to begin filming soon, isn't it? Batman 2. Can't wait for it to start. And as well, because of all this disaster for DC is going through these days, it's making me a lot more excited for Rebel Moon coming later this month.
In just 3 weeks.
Isn't it a shame it's on Netflix but not in the cinemas?
It belongs in the theaters.
Yeah, it could be the new Star Wars, guys, and it's on Netflix. Come on. Oh, I know left does. Probably need to speak. Probably connection issue. I need to see someone who knows. So we got like 40 minutes left of stream. Not been a connection issue, thankfully. We had to restart, thankfully, so far, which is good.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Yeah. Been a few connection issues where it froze, but thankfully it's still going now. Yeah, it would be welcome if it did on a big screen, because they have released some Netflix films in select theatres. They did it for A Killer, like one day Fincher. They did it for A Killer recently, because I was in select cinemas for me, but I just watched on Netflix. I was busy with work and all that, Oh, he's back. Nice. Was everyone okay, Alexander?
Yeah.
No worries. And A Killer is definitely one of my favourite films this year.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I think David Fincher definitely, showed so much skills on the table as a crime thriller director. He nailed it. And I won't lie as well. It is really hard for me to rank my favourite roles of Michael Fassbender these days because he's such a great actor. I mean, my favourite role has always been Magneto, but as for like other roles, how I'd rank them, it's hard to really. Yeah, really hard to. Yeah, we should have released Wolverine on the big screens. We should have done that. So I'll definitely watch it in support of Zack Snyder and his cast and crew. especially as well for Ray Fisher because of what he went for Warner Brothers. I'd definitely watch it for Ray Fisher, especially too as well. Because that's what he went through Warner Bros. I think he deserves lots of support, Ray Fisher. But I'm definitely excited for it. I'm also wondering about who Ray Porter's going to play as well, guys. Ray Porter, because he's in an undisclosed role, which is pretty exciting.
Really?
Yeah, Ray Porter, you know, Darkseid.
Yes.
Yeah. And I must say, considering that Ray didn't really appear in much films before the Snyder Cut, you know, he absolutely nailed it as Darkseid, didn't he? Like, wow. It's a pity we're not going to see him as Darkseid ever again, isn't it? What a shame. But he really nailed it as Darkseid in the film, didn't he? Really did.
Sure did.
Yeah. When it comes to like a Mad Titan villain, Alexander, in the live action franchises, do you prefer Josh Brolin's Thanos or Ray Porter as Darkseid?
I think it depends. Like, is the question who I find more intimidating?
Yeah,
or
like as a villain, who would you say is more intimidating or scarier?
I'd say Darkseid is scarier, certainly.
I can see what you mean. Like one example I can say of why I find him scarier is probably because when it's probably when a Titan learns about the hero team, of course, because at the end of the first Avengers movie, when we see Thanos in the post-credit scene, think it is, or mid-credit scene, think it is, when he hears about the Avengers, he has like a smile, doesn't he? He smiles, doesn't he? Whereas with Darkseid and Snyder Cut, when he first sees the Justice League, watching him through the portal, then it closes, rather than smile, he's angry, he's scowling, growling,
Yeah.
Just perfect right there. See you outdoor. Take care. Like just threatening right there. It's a shame we're not going to see him again, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I will say though, guys, if I was to do like that Dimensions 2 in the DCEU mission of the game, you would see Darkseid as a boss character as well. And in terms of how he'd look in the game, Lego design, he'd look like his comic book counterpart design, with the similar shape, but just with a recolor reel, and of course using his spear, of course, like he does in the film, whatever it is he uses. So that's what I'd do to make a difference to the prime DC Darkseid. And also as well, guys, when it comes to like I mentioned too, when it comes to how there's been like on Marvel games before, right? It would also continue on from those. So you'd get a mention of the events of the first game and the second game with Chronopolis and all that Chronopolis.
All right.
So it would acknowledge it's basically like a celebration of all the Lego games, really. If you get what I mean. Connecting it all together really into one. That's what I'd do. And so it would also be as well like a tribute to the cast members we've also lost to as well as their characters. Be a tribute to all of those. And also as well, I'd also make sure the game is also respectful to the fans as well. I'd also do that. Because at the end of the day, right, these games are made, it's the fans who, of course, pay money to play the games, don't we? So the games should be made before, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ozzy's been gone for ages, hasn't he, guys? Ozzy.
Yeah. Yes.
He probably has no idea what figures I got today, does he? What do you text him? Should I ask where he is?
Yeah.
Check he's okay. Check he's okay. And as well, Alexander, you'll also be pleased to know that one of the franchises I'd also include in the game is Once Upon a Time as well.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. And as you probably have noticed in the server, I've been talking positively about that series when recommending it to people as well.
Yeah.
Because apart from Series 7, I think it's a great series. Series 7 to me is totally unnecessary. And feels more like a spin-off than, like an actual finale, if you get what I mean.
There was one episode in Series 7 that I myself did enjoy, though.
Just one, yeah. I mean, I like to have a finale, but about story book. I like that. But I do kind of feel it made many areas story arcs in Series 6 pointless for, to be honest. Especially with of course, my favourite character, Mr. Gold.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, really, because he's such a cool character. In my opinion, the most interesting character in the whole franchise.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a shame, really, what happens from the final season. I'm not going to spoil why, if any guys have not seen it, but...
Wait, what show?
Once Upon a Time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's if you weren't aware, Shadow, it's basically like, all these, like, fantasy franchises, book adaptation, characters and whatever. Yeah.
No.
It's a pretty good show, actually. Like, think of it as like them being in the real world, really, but on a curse. We have no idea their previous life, but like as regular humans, basically. Imagine that.
Oh, that is thing.
Yeah, because you know Jiminy Cricket from Pinocchio, Shadow.
Uh-huh.
In the real world, he's a human, but his surname is actually Hopper, as in cricket hopping.
Wow.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. So I do like that, really. Which is a really good show, though. Definitely, in my opinion, a better show than today's shows, I must say, as well. But one of my quality I have with it is that, unfortunately, Shadow, it does feature Frozen characters, sadly. In live action as well, I must say.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But I will say, well, that in my opinion, they are more likable than the animated counterparts, in my opinion. And Kieran Hines, his character called Pabby, Shadow, Pabby.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, in this live action show, he's voiced by John Rhys Davies.
Oh.
Which I thought was pretty cool. I mean, I love John Rhys Davies, he's awesome. And did any guys see that video of his where he was, where he was playing Gimli at like a convention, reenacting a scene with an axe?
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, that was just adorable, wasn't it? Just so cute and adorable to see. Aww. Like, seeing that, I was like, aww. He looks so happy. It made me really happy to see that John still loves Gimli. I mean, who doesn't love Gimli? My favourite role, John Rhys Davies. And oh yeah, and as well, Shadow, speaking of Lord of the Rings, I saw a video today as well about, Lego Lord of the Rings, right? About his Platinum Journey speedrun, right? And I love how many of the stories are named after popular quotes from a franchise, and you got to do certain things, right? And the pick quotes, which are based on the memes as well, which is pretty funny. Like, for example, we got to simply walk into Mordor. And also one where you got to literally take the hobbits to Isengard as well, as in a Legolas quote.
And how about potatoes?
Yeah, ball of mash and sticking them in a stew. What's also cool is as well, Shadow, is You know when you've unlocked all of the lethal weapons in a blacksmith, right?
Mhm.
If you played as Sam for the whole game and you used all those weapons, then you don't need to switch to another character because you literally have all the abilities of a character there for you with those weapons and Sam's abilities right there,
That's interesting.
which is really cool. So you could literally complete the game as Sam only, just Sam, which is really cool.
Yeah, and then Ozzy said that he'll be back soon.
Awesome. Is he going somewhere, Shadows? Is that why he's gone?
Yeah, he says that he's just gonna use the bathroom first, then he'll be back.
No worries. And he's back. Awesome.
There you are.
He's on mute. Oh, he's back now.
I'm now unmuted, and yeah, Shadow, I was being serious on what I just said to you, and hopefully you didn't say it on stream.
Wait, about you going somewhere, was he?
No, there was a response I sent to Shadow, which I don't know if he said on stream or not.
Yeah, I actually did it.
Oh, great.
Well, it's all right, Ollie. Don't worry. I mean, some people here have told me we need to go to that place before. It's fine. You're not the first person. Don't worry.
Okay, then.
So, Ozzy, you know when you're off camera, did you hear what else I got on the stream? You know, after I showed the Terrifier films and all that.
I didn't.
No worries, because I mean, you heard about the games I got right and all that, didn't you?
Yeah, the games I did hear about.
Yeah. And when it comes to films, did you hear about other films, or did you just say Terrifier films?
I think Terrifier was the only one I heard.
Okay, because I got a duology of 2 films by Illumination, Ozzy, and these are actually 2 films which I want to get a 3rd film for, and I covered a movie as a sequel recently.
Oh wait, Sing, you did show me that before I copped off.
Yeah, because Alexander, if you wonder, I got the 2 singles on Blu-ray, I upgraded them, both of them. And also, Ozzy, did you also hear about a zombie film as well today, or was it a zombie film?
Wasn't it Train to Busan? I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, it was. And then, Ozzy, I got another film as a Blu-ray steelbook, right? And this film, right, is also you know, a film which is, in my opinion, the most underrated superhero movie of all time, and as well, its previous adaptation for 9 out of 5, in my opinion, is dreadful.
Red 2012.
Yep, you guessed correctly. You watching robots, Connor? Well, hope you have fun. And also, I got 2 figures today as well. One of them is for a Batman villain, right? And you might know who I'm talking about when I say that he's actually voiced by Kevin Conroy in the Batman Arkham games.
Batman villain voiced by Kevin in the Arkham games.
And it's also my second favorite voice role of his after Batman himself.
Wait, give me a sec.
Take your time, no rush.
It's somebody named
Sorry, what?
Hush. I was trying to turn it into it.
Yeah,
I was
it
trying
is.
to be creative with the name.
Yeah, it is. It's Hush, yeah.
I was trying to be creative.
Yeah, good thinking. And Hush is definitely, in my opinion, one of the most disturbing Batman villains of all time to me. Very disturbing.
Yeah, he's freaky.
Yeah, he is. And the last figure I got, Ozzy, was actually for a Marvel hero, and I guess you could say he's a murderer mouth.
Deadpool.
Yep, Deadpool. Not based on Ryan Reynolds, but based on the comics, though. Yeah, Marvel Legends did this figure of him. I didn't even know that Legend did a figure of Deadpool, but they do, so I grabbed it when I got a chance to. So based on those, Ozzy, have you got a favourite thing that I got today?
Let me think. Maybe Deadpool.
Good choice. Yeah, and also, Ozzy, while you were gone as well, we also talked about, you know, Charlie Chocolate by Tim Burton and how it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, Shadow and I we rewatched yesterday.
I know that you 3 like to do lots of movie watching these days, don't you? The 3 of you.
Yeah, it's very fun.
And do you like watch it at the same time on separate devices, guys? Like a countdown, or something like that.
So yeah, we do a countdown before we play the movie on our devices.
And you talk about it as well as you're watching it.
Yeah, we commentary.
That's cool. I can see why, because that's one deserves lots of love, doesn't it?
Like, it's mainly thanks to Ozzy why I knew about the Batman references in the movie.
Yeah, it's really cool how Tim Burton threw more references, isn't it? Really cool.
And also the accuracy to the books.
Yeah.
The books, I mean.
Yeah, Tim Burton was definitely a lot more favourable to the books from the 1971 movie.
I mean, to be completely honest, during that rewatch, I didn't tell this to Shadow for Mun, but I actually skipped the filler scenes that were in the movie, like the psychiatrist scene, the scene with with Life or Wonka bars, the auction scenes. I just skipped them because I didn't care for them.
Yeah, they're rubbish, aren't they? Not needed.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they're just there. Well, I said filler scenes, so to get to the 1 hour mark or something.
It's just add more to runtime. They're just meaningless. You could literally come out and it changes nothing. And they just feel, they just feel out of place, in my opinion, for a Willy Wonka movie. A Roald Dahl film. Just feel out of place, to be honest.
Yeah, when I watch a Willy Wonka Charlie movie, I want to see their story. I don't want to see a stupid auction scene.
And like a psychiatrist scene where a psychiatrist goes mad saying, "Shut up and tell me where a ticket is." Like, oh my god.
Yeah, I don't care for them. Give me Charlie or Willy Wonka.
And also how people kidnap somebody demanding Wonka bars in return. Like, are you having a laugh? That's just one of the dumbest plot lines ever.
Oh, over candy bars? Seriously? Candy bars that you can pick up at a store.
Yeah, just buy it at a store. It's really hard to do.
I was actually tempted to rant about that with them.
What stopped you? What stopped you, Ozzy?
Because I ended up skipping the scene. I just went straight to the news report scene.
Probably for the best, you skipped it. Yeah. Although when it comes to that film, Bond, Welcome Back, Very Lucky Nerd, there is one title that the director did, which I thought was creative, because he didn't want the film to appear to be dated to the 70s, old, right? So what he did was he actually limited the amount of cars in the film. Did you notice that? There's not much cars in the film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so because obviously, of course, cars get more and more advanced in the years, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
He wants the film to be relevant today, but for me personally, I don't care about it. I think it's rubbish.
I mean, I'm glad he tried, but there are some things in there that are pretty dated.
Definitely.
There's just some scenes that are just so plain stupid.
Yeah, very stupid. I mean, one particular scene that I think is totally out of place in the film is probably the boat ride scene in the tunnel. I hate that scene.
Oh my god, that was freaky.
Yeah, I hate that scene. Like, people tell me that the film's not dark. Wait to see that scene. That's pure horror.
Yeah, the scene is pure horror, but it's also, I think, pretty inaccurate as well.
Very inaccurate.
It didn't happen in the book. I mean, the song did, but the actual scene itself, it didn't.
And also, Ozzy, you probably know about this better than me, but you know the whole subplot with Slugworth, where he's like, where he's of course an imposter called Mr. Wilkinson working for Wonka to see if Charlie can be tricked or not to work in for Slugworth. Was that in the book?
It was not.
Oh, damn, ridiculous. No wonder Tim Burton's film is more faithful then.
Yeah, I still don't understand why
Slugworth revealed one of my least favorite parts of that whole movie, completely made up by the writers and the director.
It's called Mel Stewart, the director of that film. Mel Stewart.
Yeah, Mel Stewart.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, he directed it and he did that. Because in the book, Slugworth is just a rival, isn't he? He's like a rival chocolate factory owner, isn't he? Chocolate company, right? Tim Burton got him right.
He isn't even important at all. He's like
exactly
mentioned one time. His name is just said in the whole book or something.
And in the film too, he gets mentioned a couple of times. In the scene where we get the history of Wonka's factory, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's just a made-up name for one of Wonka's competitors. Let's put it that way. That's
he is. Whereas in the 1971 movie, of course, Slugworth is a name used by someone called Mr. Wilkinson, who pretends to be Slugworth, working for Wonka to try and trick the kids, but in Charlie only one who didn't fall for him.
So then my question is, where's the real Slugworth?
Exactly. Oh, see, Daniel's here. Welcome, Daniel.
Oh, hey Daniel.
Hey guys,
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's a long time no see on these streams, Daniel.
Hello, Daniel. Hello.
hey
I was just
guys.
wondering when would be the next time you'd hop on
And it's
the
now.
stream.
And it's now.
Been busy, so
Well, that's absolutely
I'm glad
fine.
I had a little bit of off time.
Well, that's absolutely fine. And Daniel, you'll probably be pleased to know that hopefully next week or week after, I'm planning to check out the creator, the film.
Oh, well, that's awesome. That's cool to hear. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm definitely very keen on checking out, because you've praised and so's Sean, so maybe I'll like it too, Sean Chandler.
Yeah. So, guys, now that it's December, I need to tell you guys something that I've been thinking about for the past several days. Is that okay?
Sure,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Well, it wasn't necessarily that hard of a decision, but I did have to think about it for a little bit. But I have now decided that, out of respect, I will not be watching the Rebel Moon movies coming to Netflix soon.
Well, that's your choice, Daniel. You do whatever you want to do with what you watch.
Yeah, and in case you guys are wondering, it's because I have recently lost a massive amount of respect from Zack Snyder.
Well, that's absolutely fine. You watch whatever you want.
Yeah, just wanted to update you guys on my situation. So if you guys like Rebel Moon, that's cool, and I'm happy for you guys. The name Zack Snyder right now just brings me a lot of anger right now.
Well, that's absolutely fine. No worries. I can see why you'd be angry, Daniel. Totally. I can definitely see why.
Yeah, I don't want to go into many specifics, but I'm pretty sure you know why I lost a lot of respect for Zack.
Yeah, I think I do. I mean, put it this way, Daniel, he's not my favorite director right now, or definitely not. But still, I can see why you have lost respect for him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So, it's rather unfortunate, isn't it, when we lose respect? It's very unfortunate these days.
Yeah, it is unfortunate.
It mostly really annoys me nowadays.
These days, guys, I try to be, as nice as I can to everyone, really, and hopefully everyone can return a favor. But sometimes it's hard when people are such douchebags.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. By the way, to kind of fill you guys in on what I've been doing, I've gotten a second job. I've also been
Congrats.
going to internships a lot, and I've been getting as much career experience as I can. So I will be here for the next 15 minutes, and then I have to go to work. But
No worries.
life's been pretty busy nowadays. But I'm glad I could be here for 20 minutes at least.
Yeah, and it's good timing too, because the stream, of course, will be finishing in 15 minutes. So yeah, you could say that you come at a good time. Really, so yeah.
Oh wow, time flies. I didn't even realize the stream is finishing.
Yeah, it's flown by really well.
Well, the thing goes. Time flies when you have fun.
Yeah, and I hope you guys have had fun being here, that is. Because that's what I do a streams for, so you guys can have fun, So yeah, and and Ozzy as well, to fill you in on how gaming's been going recently, of course. As you may be aware, I passed on Lego Ninjago movie.
Oh, yeah, that I did hear about.
Yeah. Have you? I mean, Ozzy, how far are you into that game?
Well, on the PlayStation, I only finished the training mode.
Oh, so you've not done the whole story mode yet? You've just done the training door or a start?
Yeah, the only place that I finished the Ninjago movie game was on the Switch.
All right, cool. So you are aware of how it goes, really?
Yeah, pretty much. I just haven't been dedicated 100%ing it. I'm just gonna wait till I finish on the PlayStation because I feel like I'll have more fun there.
Yeah. Because in my opinion, it's easy to platinum, but in a disappointing way because of the lack of levels. Because if they're not in the traditional level style, it's open world basically.
Lack of creativity is what I call it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it handles it better than Lego Movie 2 or.
Oh, far better than that game.
Because at least the characters have powers and all that and abilities, don't they?
At least they can do stuff.
Exactly.
And like a movie 2 game, they don't do anything.
Nothing. Yeah.
Especially Superman. Why would I want to play a game with Superman when he can't fly?
Yeah, exactly. And no heat vision, no ice breath or super strength. Like, it's just man, not Superman. Man.
Yeah, he's just called man. One woman, just call her woman. And for Flash, it's just the
human.
Just call
the
him
human. The human.
And then for Green Lantern, just call him Green.
Just call him.
Guys, in case you're wondering why,
Go on, Daniel.
so
Sorry.
in case you guys are wondering why I'm silent right now, I'm actually reading one of the Jack Reacher books right now in preparation for a TV show coming season 2 in a couple weeks. So that's the reason why I'm silent right now.
No worries, Daniel. Hope you have fun with it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it, and I'm also happy here that I got renewed for season 3.
Well, that's cool. That means you must like that show then, and hopefully I might like it too if I check it out.
Yeah, of course. I mean, whenever I go to a book series about a big muscular guy wanting to do some really awesome things, I usually go to one of the Jack Ryan books or one of the Jack Reacher books. And right now, I'm really happy that Alan Richardson is perfectly cast as Jack Reacher, in my opinion.
Nice. That's cool. You end up keeping checking it out. So, yeah. So, when it comes to Lego games, right, guys, I think my bad qualities with, the Lego Movie 1's game and Ninjago Movie's game are like in reverse, where basically, I think Lego Movie 1 has good levels but a bad open world, whereas I think with Lego Ninjago Movie, it has good open world but bad levels, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Literally because there's no levels. Because I think the open world in Lego Movie 1 are a bit of a letdown because like they're so small and like there's the only thing you can collect them is red bricks, no gold bricks, anything like that. Just disappointing, really, I must say.
Oh yeah, Luke, I forgot to ask you, what did you get at the store earlier? Like, what did you get?
I got figures of Deadpool and Hush, Daniel, and I also got on Blu-ray the Terrifier films, and also a Train to Busan, and also Steelbook of Dread 2012, and also the Sing films by Illumination.
Yeah, I got a Blu-ray myself. Do you guys want to see it?
Of course, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Where is it? Oh.
Okay, so I picked this up not too far. I think it was either 2 or 3 days ago, but I picked up 40 Days and 40 Nights.
I have not seen that.
Never heard of that movie.
So this is a quiet, under-the-radar 2012 comedy where Josh Hartnett vows to not have sex for 40 days and 40 nights, and I think it is hilarious.
Well, I'll probably consider watching it one day then.
And it makes sense you guys haven't seen it because it just, floated under the radar. Nobody saw it, unfortunately, but
yeah,
they did release a Blu-ray of it recently, and you guys know me and my love for Josh Hartnett, so I decided to pick it up.
Well, good thinking, man. Yeah, I'll probably see if I can watch it one day then. And in terms of games, I as well got on PS3, Street Fighter 4 and the Amazing Spider-Man 1's game on PS3. That's what I got this week. It was pretty fun. Game goals. And so yeah, got a pretty good amount really for this week and hopefully more next week too. And of course, in terms of unboxing, I unboxed my figure Stan Lee as well early today. So but small guys, I'm probably gonna watch Hellraiser 3, see what I think of that. And unfortunately, I'll be rewatching Home Alone 3 sadly as well this week. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a massive boof.
Yeah, it is. I mean that film to me is anything but Home Alone.
Probably because the kid himself is barely even home alone.
Exactly. Like I think I'd have liked that film a lot better, guys, if they changed the title to something else, not Home Alone.
And how about the barely Home Alone?
Yeah.
That sounds like a parody title.
I mean, I'd call it something like, Kid versus Gangster or something like that.
I mean, what I will say is that at least Home Alone 3, even though it's not really saying much, is still watchable than Home Alone 4.
Yeah, of course, definitely. Because one thing,
I mean, Home Alone 4.
I mean, one thing, you know, Home Alone 3 has, which Home Alone 4 doesn't have, Ozzy, is the opening theme, you know, from John Williams, but not composed by him, sadly, though.
Unfortunately.
And it's only about 10 seconds too, isn't it, in the intro for some reason.
Yep.
And you know what I think is so dumb as well, Ozzy, is, you know, the traps scene where Alex is setting up the traps. They don't even play the iconic trap music by John Williams. It's pop music.
Didn't even reuse that.
It's pop music.
Even though this is not saying much, even Home Sweet Home Alone did use the trap scene, even though they had to rescore it for some reason when they didn't have to.
Was it a bad rescore, Ozzy?
It was not that good.
And also, Ozzy, as well, you know the first trap setting up scene for Alex does, right, where it's at night time, right? And you can hear a pop song called Home Again. Do you know who the lead vocalist is for that band that's singing it?
Who is it?
Danny Elfman.
Huh?
Yeah, because as well as being a composer, guys, he's part of a band called Oingo Boingo, and they did that song Home Again.
Yeah, that I was aware he was a part of the band, but I didn't even know he sang that song.
Well, he did, yeah. I mean, to give him credit, he's a great singer, but that song could have been used in a much better film than that.
I mean, Danny Elfman has been my top music artist, apparently, from what I've seen.
What, on Spotify?
No, on YouTube, because I don't use Spotify anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But yeah, so I can't believe it's a waste, you know, his song like that in the film, just ridiculous. They should have just played the iconic setting up tracks music. And because what I will say, guys, is that, you know, after the main theme of a franchise, setting up tracks is my second favorite Home Alone soundtrack, actually.
Yeah, same here.
I think it's amazing to listen to.
I mean, if you guys want to know why I stopped using Spotify, it's because I got YouTube Premium, so I don't need to use it anymore.
Fair enough. So yeah, I'd personally name the film Kid vs Gangsters, because it's anything but a Home Alone. But in my opinion, it's like a family-friendly heist movie. Actually, that's what I'd say it is. It's not Home Alone.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, that one bird was kind of annoying.
Oh yeah, the parrot, isn't it? Who's, you know, mean to Alex. I thought the bird was unlikable to Alex, unfortunately.
Yep, that is what I meant. He was annoying.
Yeah, he was.
Either way, Home Alone 3 was probably the final Home Alone film actually watched in terms of the timeline. I haven't seen any of the other three after that.
Please don't. Please don't.
Yeah, the fourth one is definitely the worst one.
Please don't see it.
was bad too, but at least Ed Asner's one of the only good things about that one. But probably the only good thing about that.
Yep. Well, I kind of already heard from my friend on Facebook Messenger when I told him this, and all he had to be saying is, "Trust me, it gets even worse then."
Yeah, not wrong at all.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Home Alone. I think Home Alone is a massive example of a franchise that always better than you.
Yeah.
Yep. Then the sixth movie happened, which I never saw, and I
refuse to watch Home Alone. I refuse.
I've only seen clips of the movie, and yeah, it's bad. Including the setting up the trap scene.
Yeah, the only clip I've seen from the film, aside from the very bad trailer, the first trailer for it is Buzz's seeing him in his police car.
Yeah, same here. I saw that as well.
Yeah. And also, I might also say, you know, Home Alone 3, I think, you know, that knockoff of Buzz called Stan is worse than Buzz, in my opinion.
Well, I'll take your word for it, because I barely even remember Home Alone 3 or any of the Home Alone sequels after Lost in New York.
And also, you know, Alex is unlike her sister Molly. She's played by Scarlett Johansson in her first film role.
What?
Yeah, it's Scarlett. Yeah, it's Scarlett, guys, and she's played an unlikable character. In my opinion, it's a. I mean, in my opinion, it's a worse role because the character's so unlikable, unfortunately.
Oh, that really felt like a punch in the gut right there.
It is a punch in the gut because, you know.
I love Scarlett.
Yeah, I think she's a great actress. I think she's a great actress, but, you know, like, I can't believe
Jesus.
I can't. Isn't it a shame that a career began with that role?
Why?
Yeah,
why?
About first impression.
But then again, when it comes down to another actress who actually started off in a very bad role, you know the actress called Kelly Who or Kelly You?
Yeah, Kelly
actress
Who.
who played
Yeah,
Lady-
she's my favorite
you.
Hawaiian actress.
Yes, unfortunately, I actually found out that her debut role was actually Shadow's most hated Jason movie.
Wait, she was in Taste to Vancouver, lucky nerd.
She was.
Yep,
Yeah, she was.
that was
no.
her debut role.
Yeah,
What a waste of Kelly.
That to me is her worst role ever.
So,
God.
guys, do you want to hear some good news?
Of course, yeah. Love to get good news
Yes.
these
So,
days.
this talk about Scarlett Johansson and Home Alone 3 got me curious. So, I did a little bit of research. So, I want to give a shout out to a 1995 movie starring Sean Connery and Lawrence Fishburne called Just Cause. It's a really great excuse me. It's a really great crime thriller from 1995. And believe it or not, Scarlett Johansson is a small part of it. So
Really?
thankfully, this was not her first film debut.
That's weird because IMDb said it was for some reason. Must have been a mistake.
I'm just using Wikipedia, and that's what it's telling me.
Well, thankfully, she didn't start a career with that travesty then, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be back. I have to leave for a second.
No worries, Alexander, no worries.
Well, she her first debut, she was actually much younger than how she looks in the third Home Alone film. I think her first debut was when she was a kid herself. So
Probably was, yeah. I mean, she was born in 1984, so she must have been 11 when Just Cause came out. And she must have been 13 when Home Alone 3 was released in 1997.
It feels so weird that a movie about the movie title being Just Cause, because my brain automatically clicks the games immediately.
I know, right? And this was long before the games, that came out, Ozzy.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I finally got the first game on PC.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've been needing to get that one day, hopefully.
Yep, I've been wanting to play it for a while since I've played all the Just Cause games except that one.
Yeah, 2 is my favourite one more.
Yeah, I love 2.
Yeah, 2 is one of my favourite games of all time. Not just favourite Just Cause game, but of all time in general.
Yep. I've also had some fun with Just Cause 3, mostly because of how I kept blowing stuff up instead of doing the actual story.
Yeah, definitely. Just Cause 3 was all about that. And what's cool is that some things you can blow up actually respawn, like the bridges and the gas stations.
Yeah.
They respawn, which is really fun.
And then there's the fourth one that I'm just gonna level with you guys immediately. I got bored immediately.
I know, right? It's rubbish.
Like I was like, I didn't even finish the first mission, and I'm just like, okay, I'm done, and I uninstalled the game from the Xbox.
Yeah, and Ozzy, trust me, you're missing nothing because there's barely much story to begin with, and you know how you got to blow things up to take over a place, Ozzy, for chaos points. It's gone.
Okay, that sucks.
You blow things up. You can blow things up, but it doesn't count to anything. It doesn't count to anything at all.
So then what's the point of it then?
Exactly. What's the point?
I'm definitely not reinstalling that game again.
It's literally Just Cause 3, but with worse gameplay and just weather mechanics added to it. Literally feels like Just Cause 3 all over again, but with bad stuff in it.
Did they recast Rico?
They did, yeah, unfortunately. They've done it many times, actually. Yeah. Because, my favourite Rico voice is one from Just Cause 2, Robin Atkins Downs. That's my favourite role of it, actually, Robin Atkins Downs.
Wait, he got recast?
Yeah, Rico got recast in several games, Blaze.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's because Blaze, here's the thing. In the fourth game, I actually hated the voice.
Yeah, Oriana Carber is called, who plays him in 4. In 3, he's voiced by Kevin Collins.
Yeah, he's not that bad, but I always...
Yeah, he's not that bad.
I've heard voice in 2, though, because he's more badass, in my opinion.
Yep, that's why I prefer 2.
Yeah.
Yes,
Especially when you laugh when you blow up things. Yeah. And that being said, guys, it is 3 hours into stream, so wow, that was pretty fun, weren't it?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. So, yeah. So, thank you so much, guys, for joining in. Hope you all had fun being here, and I'll see you all next week. So, So this video episode 149 Let's Chat Live. So you know the drill, guys. Be sure to give this video a like, and also be sure to leave comments what you guys thought of the stream if you came by to see it, and please go subscribe to special guests who came on as well. Go to support their channels, and also be sure to join Team Panda and subscribers to come in the future. And we will see you all later. See you guys. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye. See you stream.